Chapter 77. Not long after, the battle between the three strongest players was displayed on the public chat. Of course, the players' consent was required to reveal their battle techniques, and the last, anonymous player, did not reveal his battle footage. Wow, watch the battle. You can learn the techniques of the three strongest players. You won't be able to learn it even if you watch it. What's important is your reaction. Don't talk, don't disturb me watching the video. The battle footage of the three strongest players took up most of the public chat, and the anonymous player's data was pushed to the corner. Of course, no one was paying attention to that guy. There was no first place in literature, and no second place in martial arts. Most of the players were watching Brother Tao, the champion of the Celestial Execution Tower. Some streamers even focused on Brother Tao. The Celestial Execution Tower was very spacious. After the timer started, a large number of level 10 Dark Moon Silver Wolves spawned from the surroundings. Brother Tao held a rock in his hand and moved quickly to avoid being surrounded by the wolves. At the same time, he led the wolves in a circle. That movement, TSK, he managed to escape from so many monsters. So strong. He can still maintain such a calm state of mind and judgment in the face of so many wolves. He's really strong. No wonder he's the strongest player. Brother Tao's figure moved quickly among the wolves, but there were too many of them. Fortunately, he had Evanhill's protection, which slowed down the opponent's movement speed after being attacked, giving him a chance to escape. Looking at the other two rankers, they were just as skillful. However, Soaring Dragon seemed to have been hit more often than the others. Currently, he was moving around while healing himself with a medium HP potion. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. The wolves behind the three players were getting scarier. No one doubted that a single mistake could lead to the failure of the challenge. That newbie lasted more than 10 seconds. Someone suddenly said. 10 seconds isn't too difficult. I think he's reaching his limit. He'll die in 15 seconds at most. 15 seconds, no one knew where the person who had spoken just now had gone. Damn, that guy lasted more than 15 seconds. His technique isn't too bad. 10 Steps looked at Blossoming Fragrance, and the two were also surprised. Nameless bro, not bad. He lasted more than 15 seconds. It's quite good to have such a result in his first challenge. I didn't expect that guy to be so dumb. He's quite skilled. If he's willing, we can team up with him for a long time. 30 seconds, fuck, it's been 30 seconds. This guy. 10 Steps' eyes widened. If I were to challenge him now, it would take me at most 40 to 50 seconds. Not bad. It's good enough that you can last for 40 to 50 seconds. That guy has some skills. Sister Nguyen said something fair. 2 minutes later, for some reason, more and more people were staring at the words in the corner of the screen more intently than watching the video. Impossible. Why didn't that newbie release the video? How can he last more than 2 minutes? It's his first attempt at the tower, and he can actually last more than 2 minutes. There are less than 10,000 people in the entire server. That guy must have studied the Immortal Execution Pagoda. We were all fooled by him. What's the use of studying it? You have to rely on actual combat. I think that guy must have found some bug. 3 minutes were up. The three powerhouses simultaneously chose to enter the next level. Under normal circumstances, the 4 rooms of the Immortal Execution Tower were synchronized. After entering the next floor, they would immediately enter the preparation phase. However, this time, the 3 powerhouses were not hit by the countdown. The 3 of them looked around curiously, not understanding what was going on. What's going on? At this moment, everyone was surprised to find that the 4th challenger, the anonymous player, was still on the first floor. Anonymous player time, first floor, 3 minutes 11 seconds. Damn, what's going on? That guy lasted more than 3 minutes. Why is he still on the first floor? I told you that he was stuck in a bug. You have already stayed on the first floor of the Immortal Execution Tower for more than 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Please enter the next floor. You have already stayed on the first floor of the Immortal Execution Tower for more than 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Please enter the next floor. On the first floor of the Immortal Execution Tower, Lu Chen was farming monsters. To be precise, he was farming money. He originally didn't want to kill these level 10 ghost wolves. These level 10 Ghost Moon Silver Wolves couldn't break through his defense. But at the same time, there were no benefits for low-level monsters. However, Lu Chen thought that this was the Immortal Execution Tower, and that there might be other things that would drop. In the end, he found that the Ghost Moon Silver Wolves actually dropped copper coins. 1 for 100 copper coins. For the penniless Lu Chen, this was a rare opportunity to earn money. In 4 minutes, he had earned more than 13,000 copper coins, which was about 13 silver coins. You have already stayed on the first floor of the Immortal Execution Tower for more than 4 minutes. Please enter the next floor. Otherwise, you will be disqualified from entering the next floor. Towards this player who was stubbornly staying on the first floor, the system finally flipped out and threatened Lu Chen to enter the next floor. Damn, can't you let me farm for a while longer? Lu Chen had no choice but to enter the second floor. The monsters on the second floor were level 11 Ghost Moon Silver Wolves. Lu Chen tried to kill one, and it actually dropped 200 copper coins. Damn, let's farm. 3 minutes later, the 3 experts entered the third floor. After all, the longer they stayed on the second floor, the more dangerous it would be. Lu Chen continued to farm until the system's patience limit. For minutes, almost 40 silver coins. Lu Chen looked at the game currency in his backpack and was filled with enthusiasm. He was happily farming, but inside and outside the Immortal Mountain, there was an uproar. Is there a mistake? That guy is on the third floor. Who is he? There was a bug on the first floor. Could there be a bug on the second floor too? It's unlikely that there's a bug. Think about it, there are only 4 rooms on the first floor of the Immortal Execution Tower. There are billions of players in the world. It could be said that there are players on every floor. How could there be a bug? If there's no bug, how did he survive until now? I saw his equipment just now. To be honest, it can only be considered below average. Isn't he a newbie? How did he do it? 10 steps, Hua Luo, and high heels were petrified. After a long time, Hua Luo tugged at 10 steps' sleeve. Hey, do you think we saw wrongly just now? Was it really the guy who teamed up with us? Nonsense, of course it's him. But he's too strong. Alright, that guy might be an athlete in real life. Otherwise, with his equipment, there's no way he could have passed the second floor. On the third floor, there were more 3-petal flower demons. Their movement speed was not as fast as the Ghost Moon Silver Wolves. However, this was one of the biggest difficulties of this floor. Think about it, when the third floor was filled with monsters, if they were all Ghost Moon Silver Wolves with the same movement speed, then the players could run circles with them. But with the addition of the 3-petal flower demons, the players' range of movement was narrowed. One careless mistake and they would be surrounded and killed. It wasn't an exaggeration to say that this floor was in front of the majority of the world's experts. Among the 3 great powerhouses, only Brother Qing Yitao had passed through this level by sheer luck once. As they spoke, the third floor's competition began. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. At 2 minutes and 33 seconds, Dragon Soaring War Sky made a small mistake. His path was blocked by 2 3-petal flower demons and he was swallowed by the wolf pack behind him. But this time, his time was better than his best by a dozen seconds. It was an improvement. At 2 minutes and 34 seconds, Nether Abyss Valley Lord made a mistake and was eliminated. This time, it was worse than his best time. When he came out, Nether Abyss Valley Lord was in a bad mood. The 2 experts didn't leave immediately, but continued to observe Brother Sentimental Wave's situation. Brother Sentimental Wave's movements were very precise. Every time he calculated his escape route, He was surrounded by danger several times. When the 3 minutes were up, Brother Sentimental Wave clicked on the next floor and successfully passed the 4th floor. "This guy is too steady." Nether Abyss Valley Lord shook his head and sighed. His tone was bitter and bitter. The system malfunctioned and gave him more time to recover. He might set a new record. Under normal circumstances, someone would agree with him, but Nether Abyss Valley Lord waited for a long time and no one said anything. Nether Abyss Valley Lord turned around and was shocked to find that everyone was motionless. Their eyes seemed to be focused in one direction. At the bottom right corner of the screen. After a long time, someone finally exploded. "The 4th floor. The 4th floor. How many people have dreamed of it? Damn it, can someone tell me what this guy is doing? Why isn't he going to the 4th floor?" Chapter 78. Lu Chen flew into the air. A monster dropped 300 coppers. He didn't have this kind of treatment outside. In 4 minutes, he had earned almost 40 silver coins. He wouldn't leave this kind of good place until the last second. Damn, the players are so lucky. I'm so jealous. Lu Chen was indignant. If someone outside heard this, they would probably vomit blood and die. Who would farm monsters in the Immortal Execution Tower? They didn't even have time to run, so why would they farm? Their brains must be damaged. You have stayed on the 3rd floor for more than 4 minutes. Please enter the next floor, or you will be disqualified. Lu Chen was threatened by the system again. Lu Chen had no choice but to enter the 4th floor. Dark Moon Silver Wolves and 3-petal flower demons filled the room. Brother Qing Tao's level was very high, at level 12. But facing so many high-level monsters, it was impossible to escape. The only way was to hide in a corner, use the walls to reduce the number of monsters surrounding him, and rely on intermediate healing potions to endure. 38 seconds. Brother Qing Tao created a miracle this time. He endured for half a minute. After 18 seconds, Brother Friendship Wave finally couldn't withstand the wild monster's attacks and died in 48 seconds. After a flash of white light, Brother Qing Tao stood outside the Immortal Execution Tower. He looked up at the tall building with his hands behind his back and sighed, "It's really difficult." Brother Qing Tao gave his subordinates the perfect opportunity to flatter him. At this time, someone should say, "Brother Qing Tao, you are already very strong. No wonder you are the #1 expert." Hell Abyss Valley Lord, Soaring Dragon War Sky, would throw a few sarcastic words at him, which made him feel great. However, there was only silence behind Brother Qing Tao. He turned around and found his main opponents, Hell Valley Lord and Dragon Soaring War Sky, staring at the screen with their mouths wide open in shock. Not only them, but the players behind him didn't dare to make a sound. Of course, his score had increased by a large margin. It was only natural for them to have such an expression. Brother Qing Tao slightly raised his head and wanted to look at his score again. But suddenly, he found that the screen had shrunk to a small size. There was only a string of data on the screen. Challenger, Anonymous Player, Result, Level 4, 102. What was even more frightening was that the results were still being refreshed, and the stopwatch was ticking rapidly. There are still people inside? Brother Tao asked in surprise. Boss, there's still one more person inside, haha, 400 for one monster. Awesome. Lu Chen was chasing after the monsters in the room. As long as these monsters were poisoned, they would be dead for sure. Each one cost 400 copper coins. Was there any place in the world that could earn money faster than here? Perhaps, but right now, Lu Chen's eyes had turned red. 3 minutes. Lu Chen completely ignored the system's warnings. Only at the last minute, when the last warning appeared, did Lu Chen enter the 5th floor. 63 silver coins again. Now I have 150 silver coins. A gentle breeze blew past. At the gate of the main city, the hair of the several thousand players gently swayed. However, their bodies didn't move at all. Everyone maintained the same posture and looked up at the big screen. Heavens, the 5th floor. He's the first person in the entire server to reach the 5th floor. Who the hell is he? I really want to see how he fights. Why aren't they showing the battle footage? He can't be that guy, right? Impossible. I heard from the people inside that he's a new face. I think he's a newcomer from the Poison Fog Forest. It's his first time challenging the Celestial Execution Tower. Ha! A newcomer? Another super expert? In front of the Celestial Execution Tower, 10 steps, flowers fell. High Heels had already forgotten where she was. Nameless bro, he's too strong, oh my god, how did this guy do it? High Heels suddenly recalled that when they first met him, they were worried that he would be killed by a level 11 Dark Moon Silver Wolf. Are we showing off in front of an expert? He's so skilled. How could he be killed by a wolf? At this moment, the popularity of a small streamer's livestream suddenly skyrocketed. Damn, look, someone entered the 5th floor. Really? Why aren't they showing the battle footage? From Area 122? Is he from Friendship? At this moment, a conspicuous ID suddenly sent a message. Solipsistic, not bad. Damn, it's Mad God. His ID is really Mad God. Mad God is in Lil Ming's livestream. Mad God, why don't you challenge the Celestial Execution Tower? You must be above the 5th floor. It's a living Mad God. Lil Ming's livestream is going to go viral. Solipsistic left the livestream. This scene came and went quickly. Mad God only left behind a sentence before disappearing. On the 5th floor of the Celestial Execution Tower, Lu Chen logged out of the official website. Just now, he suddenly realized that he had broken through too many levels. It was inevitable that people would think that he was solipsistic. It was more or less inconvenient for people to know his identity. Anyway, these monsters couldn't hurt him. So, he purposely left the live stream and set up a smoke bomb. Sigh, I can't break through too many floors. If I can't, I'll just have to wait for someone to surpass me in the future. Thinking of this, Lu Chen looked at the copper coins in front of him with heartache. No, it was the scary wolves and flower demons. I've earned 200 silver coins. It's time to go. Exit the Celestial Execution Tower. A white light flashed, and Lu Chen was teleported out of the Celestial Execution Tower with the white light. As soon as he came out of the Celestial Execution Tower, Lu Chen was shocked by the scene in front of him. 700 to 800 people, and 1,500 eyes stared at him in horror as if they could see through his body. Nameless brother, nameless brother. 10 steps. One tried to squeeze out of the crowd and ran to Lu Chen. You broke through to the 5th floor. It's incredible. Lu Chen's heart was heavy. After all, it was really painful to not be able to fight with so many copper coins. However, this kind of expression was not suitable to appear at this time and place. Ah, really? Lu Chen's face showed a surprised expression. Ha ha ha, I can't believe that I broke through to the 5th floor. Nameless brother, how did you do it? Please teach me, please. Just keep running, keep running. At this moment, a roar startled Lu Chen. Impossible. I don't believe that your movement is better than mine. Brother Tao's face was full of anger. Your equipment is so trashy. This is your first time in the tower. How did you pass the 4th floor? Did you find some kind of bug? Who are you? Brother Tao was extremely angry. He had worked so hard for so long, but the throne of the #1 expert was snatched away by a newcomer. This feeling was simply indescribable. The dozens of friendship experts opposite him glared at Lu Chen. This guy stole the honor, reputation, and rewards that should have belonged to them. Lu Chen was still very polite to 10 steps 1 or most players. However, Lu Chen did not have a good impression of the friendship people. Facing the dozens of angry and hostile gazes, Lu Chen coldly snorted and walked towards the friendship people step by step. I have no obligation to answer your question. But I can tell you one thing. Lu Chen only stopped when he was half a meter in front of Brother Tao. Facing dozens of super experts by himself, Lu Chen said in a low voice, "I heard that this is your territory. Sorry, but from today onwards, this place is not. Remember this in the future. If you see me, nameless brother, get lost." Chapter 79. The dozens of friendship players, including friendship brother Tao, did not dare to say anything in the face of Lu Chen's arrogant attitude. As for this newcomer, no one knew his background. His undisguised confidence made people feel even more uncertain. What if he really passed the Celestial Execution Tower with his own abilities? Then wouldn't such a person be terrifying? In front of the Celestial Execution Tower, it was so quiet that one could hear a pin drop. At this time, 10 steps one kneeling a man looked at Lu Chen's back and was shocked beyond compare. This guy had single-handedly stunned the entire friendship team. Was this the same guy they met on the road who didn't like to talk and was no different from other players? Nameless brother. Friendship brother Tao subconsciously took a step back. That guy gave off an oppressive feeling that made it hard for him to breathe. You're solipsistic brother. He was probably the only person in the entire country who could be so arrogant. Lu Chen coldly snorted, "I already said that I have no obligation to answer your question. This is just a warning. Please take good care of your subordinates. If I see them biting people again, wait in the wild to collect their corpses." The faces of the friendship players turned pale. Under everyone's gaze, Lu Chen calmly turned around after teaching the friendship players a lesson. The surrounding crowd was in an uproar. Isn't he too arrogant? The friendship players don't even dare to fart. Is he really strong or is he just pretending? To be able to pass the 5th floor, he shouldn't be weak. Also, did you feel his aura? Even friendship brother Tao isn't on the same level as him. This shouldn't be something that can be faked. Is this guy really solipsistic brother? I don't think anyone other than solipsistic brother can be this arrogant. Let's go online and ask later. The show between the newbie and the 3 strongest players had ended. Amidst the discussions, the crowd was preparing to leave. At this moment, Lu Chen walked to the front of the demon subduing tower NOC. Fuck, it can't be. That guy is going to challenge the demon subduing tower. Lu Chen walked to the side of the demon subduing tower. After conversing with the NPC, he understood the rules of the demon subduing tower. The demon subduing tower was a guild dungeon. To enter the demon subduing tower, one had to be from a guild. As for the last few players to enter the tower, there was no rule. Lu Chen frowned slightly. Join a random guild? That was impossible. He had entered the devil subduing tower for the rewards. Actually, the spiritual source shards were what Lu Chen needed the most. Ren Yifeng's spiritual source could provide 2 times the spiritual power cultivation speed. If he could upgrade his spiritual source, then he could increase his spiritual power even more. For Lu Chen, who had raised a zoo of mythological beasts, this was really important. Since he had joined another guild, it was obvious that the fragment would not be given to him. However, in order to establish a guild, at least 4 signatures were required. Lu Yi was also convinced, but Lu Chen didn't want to call her sister. She was employed by Long Teng. This silly girl had sacrificed a lot for her career, so it was best not to disturb her. Then there's no one else. Lu Chen shook his head. Just as he was about to put this matter aside for the time being, he suddenly saw someone. One kneeling in 10 steps. This guy was currently staring at him with his eyes wide open. His eyes were filled with worship, and he didn't know what had happened. 10 steps, can you come over? 10 steps jogged over to Lu Chen. Nameless bro, what's the matter? I'm planning to establish a guild, mainly to receive the rewards. Can you and your friend sign for me? 10 steps thought for a moment and asked Lu Chen to wait for a moment. He then went to the crowd and pulled flowering Zhixiang and the red high heels over. Sister Sticky, what do you think? The red high heels now looked at Lu Chen with a different gaze. In the past, he was just a passerby, but now, no one could ignore this guy. Establishing a guild is not a problem, but we're not very strong, and we don't know how to manage a guild. The feeling of a heroine from before suddenly became humble. Lu Chen smiled. It's fine. I just want the name of a guild. I don't plan to develop it. It's just for the Devil Subduing Tower. In the future, if you want to join another guild, you can leave at any time. Flowering Zhixiang hurriedly asked, You're really going to challenge the Devil Subduing Tower? Lu Chen smiled and nodded. But we can't beat it, Lu Chen smiled. I'll go in alone. You guys can help me establish the guild. Lu Chen thought for a moment. He was not familiar with these three people, so they could not help him for free. He then said, You guys are in my guild. If anyone bullies you, I'll help you. Also, if there's a chance, I'll see if I can help you guys get a few pieces of equipment as compensation. The three of them looked at each other. In the end, the Red High Heels said, We don't want any rewards or compensation. It's just a small matter. It had to be said that the Red High Heels' decision made Lu Chen look at them in a higher light. Thank you, then. The guild registration office was next to the Devil Subduing Tower. To establish a guild, one needed to pay 50 silver coins and the signatures of 4 players. For players in the middle and late stages of the game, this price was equivalent to free money. However, for players who did not have much income at the moment, they needed professionals to learn life skills and collect materials to earn money. We don't have that many silver coins. 10 Steps was still worried about the funds to establish the guild. On the other hand, Lu Chen paid the fees directly. Fuck, brother Nameless, where did you get the silver coins? Lu Chen smiled and said directly, Sign it. The guild signature option appeared on the 4 people's personal interface at the same time. The 4 of them confirmed their signatures. As the operator, Lu Chen also needed to fill in the name of the guild. Coming up with a name was the most troublesome thing. Anyway, it was just a formality. Lu Chen just chose one at random. Unlike the fancy guild names in other games, there were a lot of large-scale team battles in Zhoutian. Due to the influence of the large number of professional teams, many players used the same prefix when entering the server. In order to prevent the name from being too long, they would not be able to see the team battle clearly. Therefore, in Zhoutian, 2-word and 3-word guild names were the mainstream. Lu Chen randomly chose Mad Waves. It's okay. Lu Chen was too lazy to change it. At the same time, the other 3 also completed their signatures. The Protection Guild was officially established. Among the guild members, there were currently only 4 people. He was anonymous and was the leader. There were 3 other members. Lu Chen casually promoted High Heels to the position of deputy leader. Floral and 10 Steps were promoted to officials. 10 Steps was playing with his own ID. Nameless brother, this name is so cool. The ID above his head showed the prefix Mad Wolves for a while and then not. He was having a lot of fun. Lu Chen shook his head. This guy's name, 10 Steps Down 1, was not without reason. His IQ was often not online. Okay, thank you guys. I'll go challenge the Demon Subduing Tower then. After saying that, Lu Chen turned to leave. You really don't need our help? High Heels said a little embarrassedly, although we're a little weak, maybe we can help you share some of the damage. No, thank you. Lu Chen smiled slightly. After saying that, he walked toward the Demon Subduing Tower NPC. What made Lu Chen feel strange was that in front of the Celestial Mountain and Twin Towers, not only did the number of people not decrease, but there were even more. These people were not leveling up but were all staring at him to establish a guild. What was the meaning of this? Lu Chen did not care about these idle people. He walked straight to the Demon Subduing Tower NPC. Conversation, enter the Demon Subduing Tower. In the crowd, a streamer was excitedly interacting with his fans. Did you see that? It's him. I came here especially for you guys to see. He entered the Demon Subduing Tower. He entered the Demon Subduing Tower alone. He's alone. The streamer finally reacted. Fuck, he's crazy. He entered the demon subduing tower alone. Chapter 80. Guild, Frenzy Guild. A result, Level 1, 011. The ticking numbers on the stopwatch seemed to hit everyone's nerves again and again. Impossible, there's a boss in the demon subduing tower. That's a guild boss, there's no way he can pass the first level. Brother Tao seemed to be talking to himself. This is a meaningless battle. However, the surrounding crowd kept staring at the big screen. Little Ming's live stream went from being in the hundreds to being in the top 10 of the official website. That guy went through the demon subduing tower alone. He's crazy. Those who came later, stopped talking. This guy just passed the 4th level of the celestial slaying tower, and Mad God said he's not bad. Mad God? Which Mad God? Which Mad God? The craziest one in the entire server. When this guy was going through the celestial slaying tower, Mad God himself came to Little Ming's livestream. Time ticked by. The people could not see the screen, but the more they could not see, the more nervous they became. 3 minutes later, Nameless entered the 2nd level. Damn, he passed the 1st level. That's a boss that's even harder to deal with than Evans Hill. There's no blind spot, there's no way he can escape. How did he survive 3 minutes? Unbelievable, this is unbelievable. This guy's mechanics are too good. Damn, is that guy even human? Brother Tao looked at the message on the screen and was speechless for a long time. This guy, maybe he really has the ability to fight them. 3 minutes later, Nameless entered the 3rd level of the demon subduing tower. In the entire server, there were only a handful of guilds that could enter the 3rd level, but he actually passed the 2nd level by himself. Hua Xiang pulled Sister Nguyen tightly and said, "Sister," High Heels nodded and continued, "He's unimaginably strong." Kneeling down in 10 steps looked at the tall demon subduing tower. His chest rose and fell, and he felt his blood boiling. I can't believe I'm brothers with such an expert, and I'm in the same guild as him. 3 minutes later, Lu Chen stepped into the 3rd level of the demon subduing tower. The guy in front of him was a level 30 boss. Lu Chen could kill it, but he would not be able to do it in 3 minutes. The results for the 3rd level should be about right. In any case, as long as I'm in 1st place, I'll be able to receive the reward. There's no need to go through so many levels. Lu Chen trapped the boss there. After some thought, he decided to hold on for 2 minutes before leaving the demon subduing tower. With a flash of white light, Lu Chen appeared beside the demon subduing tower NPC. Now that Lu Chen had taken 1st place twice, the quest was complete. It was time for him to level up. Brother Nameless. High Heels called out to Lu Chen. Aren't you going to take a look at the guild encampment? Lu Chen smiled. I'm not going. I don't really plan on starting a guild. I don't have the energy. A hint of disappointment flashed across High Heels' eyes, but it disappeared in an instant. Oh, then, will you come and level with us in the future? Lu Chen thought for a moment and said, if fate wills it, I will. With that, Lu Chen walked towards the crowd, and the crowd spontaneously opened up a path for Nameless. When Lu Chen left the Celestial Mountain Twin Towers, the entire main city was in an uproar. Look, the rankings have changed. The 1st place in the Celestial Execution Tower is now an anonymous player. Level 5, 2 minutes 19 seconds. The 1st place in the Demon Subduing Tower is Mad Waves Guild. Level 3, 2 minutes 4 seconds. Which guild is Mad Waves? Is it stronger than Friendship? Don't you know? Mad Waves is a guild that Nameless temporarily created. This result is the result of him soloing the Demon Subduing Tower. Impossible. He can't even pass the 1st level alone. Even if you ask Solipsistic to come, he can't pass 2 levels. Who is Nameless? Is he stronger than Mad God? Sorry, he really is stronger than Mad God. The number 1 anonymous player in the Celestial Execution Tower is Nameless. He passed level 5 with trash equipment. Tenso Kneeling One looked at the people around him talking about Nameless and Mad Waves Guild. Then, he looked at the top of his head. In front of his ID, the two golden guild prefixes suddenly became incomparably bright. I am now an official of the strongest guild. Sister Nguyen, you are now the vice president of the strongest guild. Sister Nguyen was still a little stunned. That guy was too mysterious. The most important thing was that even though he had done such a crazy thing, he still gave people a feeling of being low-key, as if he hadn't done his best. The back view of this not-so-handsome man calmly leaving, at this moment, seemed to be engraved in her mind. Yeah, we actually became members of the strongest guild, and there are only 3 of us. It feels so unreal. Hua Xiang rolled her big eyes and suddenly said, Sister Nguyen, actually, this is an opportunity for us. Tenso Kneeling One asked curiously, what opportunity? You're not thinking of using this guild to cause trouble, right? This guild doesn't belong to us, we can't play tricks behind our backs. Hua Xiang impatiently interrupted Tenso Kneeling One, you're too easily swayed. You're so loyal to the president so quickly. This has nothing to do with being loyal. This is the principle of being a person. Tenso Kneeling One said stubbornly, Sister Nguyen won't agree. I didn't say we were going to play tricks. Hua Xiang said anxiously, listen to me first. The president said that he won't take care of the guild. The guild's meaning to him is to fight the demon subduing tower, right? Tenso Kneeling One nodded in agreement. That's right. If he doesn't take care of it, we can take care of it. Hua Xiang said, think about it, our guild's name is now on the big screen. How many people can see it when they come to the Immortal Mountain? They also want to join a strong guild. It's not like only professional players are the strongest in the country. There are also many strong civilian players. It's just that they don't have a professional organization. We can recruit these outstanding players, level up together, do missions together, and grow stronger. Tenso Kneeling One still had some doubts, is this suitable? Hua Xiang said with disappointment, what's not suitable? We're not harming anyone's interests. Why don't you help Sister Nguyen find a professional guild? A contract isn't expensive. The cheapest one is 500,000. Hearing this price, Tenso Kneeling One could only stick out his tongue. Our mission is to help Sister Nguyen level up. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us. Hua Xiang continued to encourage. Sister Nguyen, what do you think? Red High Heels also couldn't make up her mind. Hua Xiang's suggestion was very good. One had to know that even if other people in the same industry found professional team leaders, they couldn't become managers. However, they were different now. She was the vice president. When the president wasn't around, she had almost all of the president's power. Not only could she find more teammates, but she could also experience the game more deeply. This was very important for her future development. However, this guild wasn't hers after all. Little E, go and ask Brother Nameless. Ask him if he can do it. Tenso Kneeling One nodded and chased after Lu Chen. Chapter 81. 10 steps sprinted all the way and finally caught up with Lu Chen, who was already out of the city. After explaining their intentions, Lu Chen was slightly surprised. For such a small matter, they actually came to ask for his opinion. These 3 were really making a big deal out of nothing. If you guys are willing to take care of it, I have no objections. Nameless bro, you're still the guild leader anyway. If you come and see us and feel that we're not doing well, we can change it at any time. Lu Chen smiled. Okay, I got it. Before Lu Chen left, 10 Steps wanted to say something but stopped. He really wanted to ask if Nameless Bro was Mad God, but in the end, he didn't ask the question. Since Nameless Bro hid his ID, whether he was solipsistic or not, he must have his reasons. If Nameless Bro really treated him as a friend one day, he would definitely tell him. But now, they were just strangers who met by chance at most. I better tell this news to Sister Sticky. Lu Chen found a deserted place and directly returned to the city. His return point was different from the other players. His destination was Renafeng. As soon as he returned to the territory, Lu Chen saw 7-headed and 3 dumb cultivating pure spiritual energy to feed the 10 beasts. Lu Chen picked up Little White and checked its feeding progress. After nearly 10 hours, the little guy only ate 700 pure spiritual energy, which was a long way from 100,000 pure spiritual energy. Little Green and Little Black were even further away from growth. I wonder how much pure spiritual energy the spirit gathering pill rewarded by the Celestial Execution Tower can provide, and there's also the spirit source fragment. I need to level up my spirit source as soon as possible. However, these things couldn't be done overnight. Right now, Lu Chen was still preparing to level up and get some equipment. There was still a month before the opening of the new building. He needed to earn more money. 7-headed, 3 dumb, stop cultivating. You haven't leveled up for a few days. Let's go and level up. I'll also level up these little guys to 10 while I'm at it. On a small mountain among the millions of mountains behind the Celestial Mountain main city. High heels, 10 steps, and floral fragrance were familiarizing themselves with their guild territory. We actually have our own territory. The environment here is so good. Great hall, warehouse, spiritual source, meeting room, martial arts arena. Oh my god, Sister Nua, this place is so much more realistic than the film base. I can use this place as a backdrop. The high heels were also amazed by the realism of the Jyotian. Right at this moment, a voice came from outside the door. Excuse me, is the Wild Waves here? The 3 of them looked at each other in dismay. They had just arrived, so why were there already visitors? Are they NPCs? Let's go take a look. When he arrived at the entrance of the guild, there were 2 men around the age of 32 or 33 standing there. One was called Acting Chic, and the other was called Acting Handsome. Just by looking at their IDs, one could tell that they were from the same party. Even their levels were the same, level 11. Their equipment was in tatters, and they had no idea how they managed to clear the poison fog forest. You are? Hua Xiang looked at the 2 of them strangely. The 2 of them smiled politely at Hua Xiang and said handsomely, "Hello, is this the Wild Waves Guild?" "Yeah." Hua Xiang frowned. "Are they here to challenge us?" She asked cautiously, "Why are you here?" Hua Xiang's unnatural expression was seen by both handsomely and handsomely. Sheik smiled slightly. "Oh, it's like this. We arrived at the Celestial Mountain 2 days ago and have been looking for a suitable guild. However, we have high standards and have never taken a fancy to other guilds." Handsome and handsomely smiled at each other. That kind of smile was filled with confidence and tacit understanding. "See, we just saw Nameless clearing the stage, and we really want to have a match with Nameless. If Nameless can beat us without a gap in equipment, we are willing to join your guild." Sure enough, they were here to challenge them. 10 steps stood manly in front of Hua Xiang and said bluntly, "You guys are too good at bragging. There are so many guilds here, and you don't even take a fancy to them. Why do you have to take advantage of Nameless' absence to challenge us? Are you guys interested?" Handsome frowned. "Won't Nameless come back? Don't misunderstand. If he's not here, we won't make things difficult for you." At this time, the red high heels walked out. She was the vice leader and couldn't hide in the back. "His whereabouts are uncertain. We don't know when he'll come back, or if he'll even come here." A trace of disappointment flashed through his handsome eyes. For a moment, he didn't know where to go back. "Then, can we add each other as friends? If he comes back, send us a message." "Sorry, we don't add strangers as friends." Due to her profession, the red high heels wouldn't easily add strangers as friends. Handsome looked even more disappointed. The 2 discussed at the door for a while before Handsome walked over. Sorry, is this okay? We'll join the guild, but if Nameless comes back and he loses to us, we'll leave the guild." 10 steps was getting impatient and said fiercely, "Why are you 2 so troublesome? Do you think we'll accept just because you want to? You're looking down on our guild too much. What right do you have to look down on other guilds? Friendship, Soaring Dragon, Hell Valley, go ahead and add them if you can. Look down on them. I think they're looking down on you guys. The two had good tempers, being scolded by 10 steps, but they didn't get angry. Friend, we can understand if you think that way, but we really don't like their methods. High Heels seemed to see that the two were different. Their words were arrogant and conceited, but their actions were very humble. Some people were only half-baked, but one could not rule out the possibility that there were people with real talent and knowledge. Excuse me for asking, but are you two professional gamers? Handsome's face still had a peaceful smile. Not anymore. Not anymore? Then you were professional gamers before? In-jun sighed and said, to be precise, we used to be professional players. We were esports players before, but later, although we didn't pass our peak, the esports game as a whole did. You used to play esports? Which game? League of Legends. What, League of Legends? The most popular esports game before. Which team are you from? I'm Thunder God from Wings. I'm Wind Whisper from Wings. 10 Steps was shocked speechless for a long time. Once, League of Legends was popular all over the world, but sadly, Huaxia's team didn't do well, often being crushed by foreign teams. Except for one team. Wings. Fans called Wings the League of Huaxia's League of Legends, Wings that protects the nation. Facing the encirclement of foreign teams, Wings fought fiercely against the world's top teams, taking the championship many times. It was Wings who used exquisite skills, coordination, and unyielding spirit to defend the honor of Huaxia's esports. And two of the star players, pianist Raytheon and consciousness master Feng Yu, had superb operation and consciousness in the competition, which were talked about by countless fans. But with the rise of Zhoutian, the youth of this generation faded with the decline of League of Legends. They didn't expect that the ones standing in front of them were the two most tenacious players. If it was really those two, then Friendship and the others weren't worthy of these two god-level players. Chapter 82. Acting chic and interpreting handsome. The two of them directly used a video call to display their previous award certificates. With such solid evidence, 10 Steps and the others had no reason to doubt him. Wow, it's the two gods from the Wings that protects the nation. Sister Sticky, their skills are really good. I've been a fan of them for years. 10 Steps changed his hostile attitude. No wonder they could be so calm in the face of ridicule and sarcasm. It was because they had already stood at the top of the world. Handsome said, sigh, that's all in the past. Fortunately, their skills from before can still be used in online games. Facing the excited 10 Steps, Sheik was also calm. Actually, there are still many differences between online games and esports. For example, we still can't figure out how Nameless passed the Twin Towers. We don't want to join a professional guild. Although we also want to level and equipment and become stronger, professional guilds operate too formally. Moreover, the resources are all given to the top. We have no chance even if we join. High Heels nodded. The management of a professional guild was like that. It was more like the management of a company. There was a clear hierarchy. How about this, you guys can join our guild first. However, I can't guarantee that the guild leader won't come, nor can I guarantee that the guild leader won't accept your challenge. Of course, if you want to quit, we won't restrict you. As for equipment and treasures, we won't forcefully take them. If the guild has any needs, I think we'll discuss it with you. That's about it. 10 Steps said excitedly, while we wait for Brother Nameless, we can also level up together. We can form a team. Handsome and Sheik looked at each other. There seemed to be no reason for them not to stay. Okay, then we'll join the guild. Lu Chen changed into his own equipment and was leveling up in the area of the level 17 and 18 striped tigers and golden pangolins. Of course, he was good at fighting bosses. However, when it came to farming, his speed was not as fast as 7 monsters. In the end, He just sat on the side with 10 steps and gained experience. With nothing to do, Lu Chen opened the guild interface and found that there were 2 more people in the guild. Acting chic and interpreting handsome. Who are they? They're both level 11. This level was definitely considered high among unaffiliated players. Forget it, let them manage it. Looking at his experience bar, it wouldn't take long for him to reach level 15. It was a little guy playing around in front of Lu Chen. Lu Chen didn't care. In any case, they were all trash with a combat power of 1, so they couldn't do anything to each other. An hour later, the long-awaited golden light rose from under Lu Chen's feet. The 10 little guys looked at their master curiously. Hee, what are you looking at? Haven't you seen someone leveling up before? Lu Chen hurriedly opened his personal interface. Rarity, perfect 4-star 3D increase 450%, 0/320, 5-star, 0 to 1, primordial heart, title 1, tiger's courage, dragon's might, basic health increased by 20%. Title 2, Yuyue Vanguard. Increase base strength by 10%. Title 3, champion, basic physique increased by 10%. Level, 15, level, 94/400000, body strength, 201, 154 plus 47, agility, 185, 154 plus 31, constitution, 199, 154 plus 45, spiritual power, 8, attack. Physical attack 255 to 265, poison attack, 10, defense, physical defense 148, 77 plus 71, health, 5796, 4080 plus 1716, talent, inferior werewolf bloodline, tier 4 23%, double critical hit. Talent, inferior venomous spider bloodline, tier 4 inflict 3%, 174 plus 10, of poison damage, duration, 5 seconds, increase movement speed by 20%. Talent, inferior snake bloodline, tier 4 inflict 3%, 174 plus 10, of poison damage increases by 10% for every step the target takes, duration, 7 steps. Maximum duration, 60 seconds. Talent, inferior succubus bloodline, tier 4 field of vision expanded by 400 meters, immune to low-level charm type effects. Army recruitment order, 10 directions 12438/200,000, elixir 8, 624/800, pure aura, 250 physical attack, 180 poison attack, almost 6000 health. Not bad. Lu Chen nodded in satisfaction. Oh, right, there's also a new talent. Lu Chen was very interested in the Tiger Monster's combo and checked the kill count. The Tiger Monster was still short of 400 kills to reach 1000, and he would be able to unlock the Tiger Monster bloodline soon. 7 heads, 3 idiots, find the Tiger Monsters and kill them. After receiving the order, the 7 heads and 3 idiots immediately moved toward the areas with more striped tigers. After farming for less than an hour, the kill count was already enough. In the reputation shop, Lu Chen exchanged for the inferior Tiger Monster bloodline. Talent, inferior Tiger Demon bloodline, tier 0 able to quickly launch 2 attacks per attack. The attack power of the 2 attacks is 70% of the attack power of a single attack. The 2 attacks in a combo can enjoy critical hit, burn, freeze, poison, and other effects. 0 for 320, tier 5 talent fragment, 0 out of 1, primordial fragment, damn, I thought of critical hit, but I can't believe I can use poison. Lu Chen was shocked. Although the poison damage was based on the number of seconds or steps, the first attack would definitely have poison damage, and the poison damage would reset, which was equivalent to hitting another poison damage. Even if it was a tier 0 combo, it could still hit 2 poison damage. With this calculation, the cost-effectiveness of the combo was even more than 100% critical hit. There was no need to explain anything. Lu Chen did not say anything and immediately upgraded the Tiger Monster bloodline to tier 4. After the upgrade, the attack of the 2 attacks had become 90% of the first attack. This talent is too strong, the damage is almost doubled. With a new talent, Lu Chen was in a good mood, but he felt a little itchy to try it out. I really want to try out this new talent. Speaking of which, I'm already level 15, is there not a normal dungeon around? Thinking of this, Lu Chen opened the official website to look for information. In the domestic server, there were no players who found a guild, so Lu Chen logged into the foreign server's official website. There are guilds in Korea that are attacking level 15 dungeons. There were two main reasons why the levels of the foreign servers were generally higher than the domestic servers. First, there were not so many players in the foreign servers. Starting from the novice village, players had more relaxed conditions for leveling up. This was very important. At the starting line, the local server players were far behind the foreign server players. Second, the foreign servers did not encounter the Misty Forest. One Misty Forest directly prevented the top players in the domestic server from leveling up normally for close to 3 days. Even Lu Chen did not level up for more than 2 days, otherwise, he would not have only reached level 15. Under the influence of these two factors, the gap between the levels of the foreign and domestic servers was gradually widening. At the moment, the highest level in the Korean server seemed to be the guild master of the Three Saints Guild, who was currently attacking the dungeon. He had just reached level 14. There were also many level 1 players in the guild. Of course, the dungeon was not a secret dungeon. There was no level limit, and one could find a level 15 dungeon at level 14. The Three Saints Guild had already announced on their guild's official website that they were betting on their dignity to become the first guild in Asia to clear the Tiger King's cave. It could be said that they had become the focus of attention in a short period of time. Lu Chen looked at the location. The dungeon was located in a valley not far from here. The equipment drop rate here is too low. I've been fighting for so long and I still haven't gotten any equipment. Moreover, the price of normal equipment is not high. I'd better go to the dungeon to take a look. After recording the dungeon's location, Lu Chen recalled the 7-headed, 3 dumb, and 10 beasts. He then headed to the level 15 dungeon, Dark Cave. Before arriving at the dungeon, Lu Chen checked his backpack. After making sure that he had enough healing potions, he stepped into the Tiger King's cave. Chapter 83. The Three Saints Guild's official website was experiencing a surge in popularity, and the website traffic had exceeded 60 million in a single day. Although this traffic could not be compared to the big websites, they were just the official website of a gaming guild. It was already unbelievable that they had such traffic. At this moment, the website was broadcasting the Three Saints Guild's exploration of the Tiger King's cave. This was like a bomb that exploded among the Jotien players. Our Korean games is indeed strong. Go for it, Three Saints. You must get the first kill on the Asia server. So what if Huaxia has so many people? We only need 1 Three Saints to make them beg for mercy. The highest level in Huaxia is level 12. They are just a bunch of trash. We don't even need to send out a super first-rate guild. Any second-rate or third-rate guild can crush them. On the Three Saints official website, the Korean players fully utilized their home ground advantage and were the most active. On the other side, many Huaxia players were also watching the live stream. Hearing the Korean players being so arrogant and finding fault with them, they were furious. However, the truth was right in front of them. Although the Huaxia players were furious, they could not refute it. The most despicable thing was that as a global website, Three Saints' official website did not have any Mandarin output. Most of the players wanted to refute, but they could not. Where are the people from Huaxia? You can't refute the truth. Dirty bastards, please get it straight. Our Korean games are the strongest. In the past, the esports players were defeated by us. Now, online games are also defeated by us. Tianxing, don't set your headquarters in Huaxia. Come to our Korean games. At this moment, some of the Huaxia players who knew Korean could no longer hold it in and finally retaliated. You have Three Saints. I'm sorry, but all guilds are nothing in front of Mad God. I'm sorry, but so what if your levels are high? We have a server-wide double reward on Friday. I forgot to remind you. If you are so strong, hurry up and activate the server-wide quest. I only have one question. Does your Korean server have a divine beast? You're really a frog at the bottom of a well. Mad God is teaching the Koreans a lesson. We don't only have Mad God. We also have Nameless. Didn't 3 Saints only reach the 2nd level of the demon subduing tower? I'm sorry, Nameless, but I've still reached the 2nd floor, and I've lasted longer than you guys. It had been a long time since Mad God had made an appearance. Nameless had suddenly risen to prominence, and his fame in the country had even surpassed Mad God's. Naturally, the Korean players were not convinced. They did not know who Mad God and Brother Nameless were, so they immediately counterattacked. After a few exchanges, the discussion section below the video was suddenly filled with gunpowder. It wasn't until they saw the 3 Saints Guild gathering in front of the cave that they stopped. More than 300 3 Saints Guild players had gathered in front of the cave. The Tiger King's cave was a 5-man dungeon. This time, the challenge dungeon was personally led by the Guild Master, 3 Saints Razor. The Vice Guild Master and the other 3 level 14 strongest players participated. It could be said that the 3 Saints group had the strongest lineup. At the ESD Guild headquarters, Xiao Yao, Old Su, Glasses, and a group of guild leaders gave up on the game and stared at the video. Gravel, green hair, blue clothes. Wait a minute, they have Avonhill's protection? Happy Wind asked curiously. Currently, the Avonhill's protection in the country was basically sold by Solipsistic. He had not heard of any guild defeating Avonhill on their own. It's not strange. They went back to kill it after their levels increased. Old Su seemed to have been paying attention to the 3 Saints Guild. This time, they must be determined to win. Otherwise, they wouldn't have broadcasted it. Glasses pushed his glasses up. Yeah, they can't clear the dungeon themselves. Why would they show us the dungeon situation? Old Su continued, now, we can almost be sure that the Chinese server will merge with the other servers in the future. If it's the Asian server merging, the other servers have a level advantage, and they're turning that into an equipment advantage. We have to make up for the gap as soon as possible. After saying that, Old Su turned around and looked at the group of young people. The competition in the country is getting more and more intense, but we can't just focus on the country. Happy Wind nodded. Got it, Old Su. They're level 14, so we'll clear the Tiger King's cave at level 1. We can't beat them in clearing the dungeon, but at least we won't let them completely crush us in terms of equipment. In the video, the nameless players from the 3 Saints Guild finally stepped into the Tiger King's cave after some preparation. As soon as Lu Chen entered the cave, he released the 7-headed 3 dumb. The 10 beasts hadn't had time to level up yet. It was too dangerous for them here, so Lu Chen kept them in the beast pen. The deep cave was connected in all directions. Currently, there was no map guide on the official website, so Lu Chen could only open the map in one direction. Not long after, a group of level 15 special elite striped tigers appeared in front of them. There were a total of 5 of them. 4 of them were level XX elite striped tigers, and 1 of them was level 16 special XX elite striped tiger. Level 15 special elite. They're not as strong as the monsters in the fog forest. Let's just clear them. The monsters in the fog forest were all super mutated elite monsters. They were 1 grade higher than the monsters here. The 3 dumb started attacking, and the 7-headed 3 dumb threw their heads in a daze. Killed agile scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 15 elite. Captured 2712 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 3 talent fragment 2. Obtained 3 star quality points. Extracted 2 pure spiritual energy. Ding! Obtained tiger tooth * 1. Killed strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 15 elite. Captured 2712 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 3 talent fragment 2. Obtained 3-star quality points. Ding! Obtained tiger skin *3. Killed strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 15 elite. Captured 2712 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 3 talent fragment 2. Obtained 3-star quality points. Killed strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 16 elite. Captured 3540 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 4 talent fragment 2. Obtained 4-star quality points. Extracted 2 pure spiritual energy. Ding! Obtained tiger skin boots, white. Obtained tiger skin *2, tiger tooth *2, tiger gallbladder *1. Damn, as expected of a dungeon. The EXP is so much higher than outside. A wave of 5 monsters gave him 14,000 EXP. Lu Chen only gained 400,000 EXP after leveling up. After killing a wave of monsters, Lu Chen's EXP bar jumped by a section. Damn, if only I had discovered this place earlier. Lu Chen was suddenly energized. The tiger skin boots attributes were not bad. It was a level 12 equipment that added 19 physical defense and 5% movement speed. Moreover, it was a new piece of equipment. Lu Chen opened the equipment slot without hesitation and equipped it. The monsters in the dungeon dropped 2 sets of materials each time, but Lu Chen was no longer interested in 3-star or 4-star materials. Normal special elites also dropped large amounts of tiger skin, tiger tooth, and tiger gallbladder. These materials could be sold to NPC merchants for 10 copper coins each. These materials seem to be used by some classes. I'll keep them for now. After killing the first wave of monsters, Lu Chen led the team deeper into the dungeon. 10 minutes later, killed strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 15 elite. Captured 2712 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 3 talent fragment 2. Obtained 3-star quality points. Extracted 2 pure spiritual energy. Ding! Obtained item, tiger skin felt hat, level 15 white. Obtained tiger skin X2, killed strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 15 elite. Captured 2712 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 3 talent fragment 2. Obtained 3-star quality points. Ding! Obtained item, tiger heart X1, killed strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 16 elite. Captured 3540 spiritual energy. Obtained rank 4 talent fragment 2. Obtained rank 4 quality points. Ding! Obtained item, fine tiger skin boots, level 15 green. Obtained tiger skin X1, tiger tooth X2, tiger gallbladder X2, in just a few minutes, another 15,000 EXP was obtained. This was only the second wave of monsters, and he had already obtained a piece of green equipment. The dungeon's drop rate is awesome. Lu Chen was getting more and more excited. Where is the boss? Can you give me a few more pieces of blue equipment? Chapter 84. Exquisite tiger skin boots, level 12 equipment. Physical defense plus 21 strength plus 20 agility plus 22 physique plus 26 movement speed increased by 8%. These attributes were already very strong. The key was that it was level 12, and there was a group of players in the country who could use it directly. The price is at least 4 digits. Lu Chen immediately put on the green boots and led the 7-headed 3 idiots to find the next wave of monsters. After going around in circles, Lu Chen came to an open intersection and found 6 waves of elite striped tigers wandering in front of the north entrance. It seemed that the north entrance should be the boss room. These 6 waves are more concentrated. It'll be faster to pull them over and kill them all together. Lu Chen personally went up and pulled the 6 waves of monsters back. 7-headed 3 idiots, fire at full power. In front of a catapult, numbers were not a problem at all. And Lu Chen, who was super tanky, could tank 6 Super XX Elite Striped Tigers without any pressure. The small team only had 5 minutes to finish the battle quickly. Lu Chen's system notifications flooded his screen. Almost 90,000 EXP, a large number of 3-star materials, tiger skin, tiger teeth, tiger skin felt hat, tiger skin boots, and even green tiger skin headgear and shoes dropped 3 pieces. Exquisite tiger skin felt hat, level 12 green, physical defense, 19 strength plus 19 agility plus 18 physique plus 25 HP plus 380, damn, it's so much better than the exquisite spider silk headgear. Lu Chen did not hesitate and put on the new equipment. Physical strength, 233, 154 plus 79, agility, 214, 154 plus 60, physique, 240, 154 plus 86, attack, physical attack 287 to 297 poison attack 10, defense, physical defense 192, 77 plus 115, HP, 6,816, 4,080 plus 2,736. After adding a new equipment and changing equipment, Lu Chen's attributes increased greatly again. 3-dimensional attributes increased by more than 30, physical defense increased by more than 40, and HP increased by 1,000. At the same time, the poison attack damage reached 214. Awesome! There was a boss in the cave. Lu Chen could not wait and entered the boss room. There was a boss in the room. Level 18 golden patterned black tiger king. Lu Chen smiled. Hehe, I didn't expect to find the boss so quickly. But we can't let those small monsters go. Once we're done with the boss, we'll go check out the other paths. With Lu Chen's current attributes, a level 18 boss was nothing in his eyes. Immediately, he started the fight. Lu Chen smashed the Tiger King with his club, and a long string of damage values immediately appeared above its head. -116, -214, poisoned, -214, poisoned, -232, combo, critical hit, -214, poison, -214, poison, a single attack dealt 1,200 damage. Even in the Misty Forest, Lu Chen's attributes had doubled after his super mutation, he could not deal such high damage. Damn, his combo attack talent is too strong. Lu Chen couldn't help but exclaim. After receiving the attack, the Tiger King's HP bar was also displayed. It only had 6,000 HP. At the same time, the Tiger King also sent a slap over. -79, -79, combo. Lu Chen's HP bar moved slightly. Damn, your attack is quite high. My physical defense is almost 200, and you can still deal 80 damage. As expected of a boss. After saying that, Lu Chen sent another slap. -116, -214, poisoned, -214, poisoned, -116, combo, critical hit, -214, poisoned, -214, poisoned. The damage had already been stacked. After the numbers were stacked, it felt like he had dealt tens of thousands of damage. It looked particularly refreshing. His luck was not good. There were no critical hits, so he only dealt 1,088 HP. There was no suspense at all in the battle. Lu Chen's 6 slaps directly killed the Tiger King. Killed gold-striped Black Tiger King, level 18 party vice-level boss. Captured 8,000 points of aura of all things. Obtained 2 tier 5 talent fragments. Obtained 2 5-star quality points. The crucial moment had finally arrived. Lu Chen opened his eyes wide and waited. Ding, obtained Dark Gold Ghost Iron Sword, level 15 blue, wow. It's here. Huh, blue equipment. Lu Chen clenched his fists and jumped up in joy. Not only was it a blue equipment, it was a weapon. Check the equipment. Lu Chen said impatiently. Dark Gold Ghost Iron Sword, level 15 blue equipment, attack power, 38 to 47, strength plus 34, agility plus 38, physique plus 28, increase 6. 8% critical hit chance by 2 times. Increase 40% critical hit damage. Seeing the last attribute, Lu Chen spat out a mouthful of blood. This thing was simply tailor-made for him. His critical hit chance was now 23%. With an additional 8%, it would be a 30% critical hit chance. The key was the last attribute. Increase 40% critical hit. That meant that as long as he hit a critical hit, his damage would increase by another 40%. Coupled with the exaggerated 3D buff, this equipment could greatly increase his strength. Looking at the level 5 green broken stone in his hand, it had 9 to 15 attack, 6 strength, 8 agility, 6 physique. The difference was not just 1 or 2 levels. Without saying anything, he put it on first. Physical strength, 261, 154 plus 107, agility, 244, 154 plus 90, physique, 262, 154 plus 108, attack power, physical attack, 344 to 357, poison attack, 10, defense power, physical defense, 206, 77 plus 129, health points, 7,256, 4,080 plus 3176, poison attack increased to 228. After changing 3 pieces of equipment, Lu Chen's attack power increased by 90 points. After that, the Tiger King also dropped the green hat and shoes. Lu Chen checked them. The hat actually dropped a small exquisite item. Physical defense increased by 5 points and added 8 points to agility. Now, exquisite items were not as valuable as before. After all, the attributes of the equipment itself were much higher than the additional attributes. It was not like before, when the base was too low. An extra point of attack was equivalent to a third of the attack. Too bad it adds agility. Otherwise, the price would be higher. Lu Chen was a little disappointed, but he did not care too much. There were still people who would buy it. Lu Chen immediately led the team back to the first fork in the road and chose another path. Oh right, there are several paths here. There should be other bosses. The 5 strong players of the 3 Saints Guild were fighting the first wave of elite tigers. Their pulling skills are really good. Carefree Wind could not help but praise. The 5 monsters are very close to each other. His positioning is very accurate. He did not pull the other monsters. I have to say, the 3 Saints Guild is indeed the best in Asia. Their damage is really high. They managed to kill that especially strong one so quickly. Oh right, San, did you translate the item they dropped just now? What are the attributes of that green hat? As the Korean server was all in Korean, San had to go online to translate. Found it. Fine tiger felt hat. Physical defense, 19, strength, 19, agility, 18, vitality, 25. Damn, these attributes are too OP. Glasses said sourly. As expected of a level 12 green equipment. The attributes are almost as good as Avonhill's guard. Carefree Wind nodded. With this equipment, their tankiness and damage will go up another level. Chapter 85. Finally, the 3 Saints team killed the first wave of elites and began to walk to the next area. Their route was the same as Lu Chen's, choosing the rightmost path at the fork. At this time, the live stream bullet screen was flooded with comments. As expected of 3 Saints. Methodical and skillful. They do have some skills. Pulling monsters, splitting damage, and aggro transfer. It's almost flawless. All 5 of them have top-tier equipment. Their damage is really high. The hat that dropped just now has strong attributes. I wonder how much it can be sold for. They won't sell it. This equipment will increase the gap between 3 Saints and the domestic guilds. In Korea, the competition between the major guilds was equally fierce. Where's Hwaseok? Do you see what a top-tier guild is? You guys are so good at bragging. Why didn't you be the first to raid the Tiger King's cave? Hwaseok people are ignorant and blindly confident. Just a bunch of trash. Facing the ridicule of the Korean players, Hwaseong players could only remain silent. They had no choice. They were live streaming. This was the best proof. Besides, be it solipsistic or nameless bro, they really didn't raid the Tiger King's cave. No matter how much they said, it was useless. Killed Dark Moon Silver-Striped Tiger King, level 18 party vice boss. Captured 8,000 points of all things aura. Obtained 2 rank 5 talent fragments. Obtained 2 5-star quality points. Extracted 2 pure aura. Lu Chen weighed the new weapon in his hand. The black blade glowed faintly with a blue light. It was mysterious and beautiful. It was completely incomparable to a wooden club. Fuck, this is what a weapon is. The critical hit is so high. I can't stand it anymore. In the second path, Lu Chen's speed was even faster than before. Unfortunately, this silver-striped tiger was stingy. It didn't drop any blue equipment, but it dropped a pair of exquisite shoes. Forget it. It can't drop blue equipment every time. There's another path. Let's see if that guy drops blue equipment. In the third path, Lu Chen frowned as he looked at the wandering mobs in front of him. Fighting wave after wave. How troublesome, why don't I pull them all together? Lu Chen currently had over 7,000 HP, and his physical defense was also high. He was not at all afraid. This time, Lu Chen used a new tactic. He pulled the 8 waves of monsters from the beginning to the end and pulled them into the boss room. When the last boss, the level 19 Phantom Gold Blade Tiger King raised its head, it was shocked. A player ran into his room with a group of tigers, 7 heads, kill them. I'll do it. 3 idiots, protect 7 heads. Lu Chen single-handedly tanked the Tiger King, 8 special XX elite bosses, and 25 special elite monsters. His HP was quite stable. Lu Chen was in the middle of a group of tigers. He stabbed and poisoned each of them, killed Agile Scarlet-Eyed Striped Tiger, level 15 elite. Captured 2,712 Heaven and Earth Spiritual Energy. Obtained 2 rank 3 talent fragments. Obtained 2 3-star quality points. Extracted 2 pure spiritual energy. Ding! Obtained item, Tiger Tooth *1, killed a strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 15 elite. Obtained 2,712 points of Heaven and Earth Spiritual Energy. Obtained 2 rank 3 talent fragments. Obtained 2 3-star quality points. Ding! Obtained item, Tiger Pelt *3, killed a strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 16 elite. Obtained 3,540 points of Heaven and Earth Spiritual Energy. Obtained 2 rank 4 talent fragments. Obtained 2 pure spiritual energy. Ding! Obtained item, Fine Tiger Pelt Boots, green. Obtained Tiger Pelt *1, Tiger Tooth *2, Tiger Gallbladder *1, Tiger Heart *1, experience and item notifications kept popping up. Killed Phantom Gold Blade Tiger King, level 19 party vice boss. Obtained 9,200 points of Heaven and Earth Spiritual Energy. Obtained 2 rank 5 talent fragments. Obtained 2 5-star quality points. Ding! Obtained item, Fine Tiger Pelt Leg Guards, level 12 green, Fine Tiger Pelt Felt Hat, level 12 green. Obtained Tiger Pelt *5, Tiger Tooth *4, Tiger Gallbladder *1, damn, I didn't drop any blue. Lu Chen was depressed. My luck is really bad. I dropped a leg guard. This is a new poser. It's okay. Sigh. Just as Lu Chen was about to check the leg guard's information, the system sent out a notification sound. Ding! Tiger King's cave cleared in 021-27. Congratulations on setting a new dungeon clearing time. There's still a dungeon clearing time. Just don't make any more announcements. Lu Chen was most afraid of the system giving him some kind of server-wide system announcement. Fortunately, the system didn't seem to be so high-profile this time and didn't make any server-wide announcements. However, the system had another sentence at the end. Because you cleared the Tiger King's cave in less than 45 minutes, you and your team's crazy killing has angered the Shadow Tempest Tiger. Please prepare to receive the Shadow Tempest Tiger's fury. Hidden Boss, Shadow Tempest Tiger, refresh time remaining, 0:02:59. Please note that if you exit the dungeon now, your result will be the final result and will remain on the Tiger King's Cave dungeon leaderboard. If you choose to accept the challenge, the dungeon clearing time will be extended accordingly. Ha! When Lu Chen saw this message, he exploded. There's a hidden boss. No matter what, under normal circumstances, this kind of hidden boss's loot was the most awesome. Moreover, it was the first one in the entire server. Wouldn't that be even more awesome? What clearing time? Lu Chen didn't care at all. What he wanted was the Shadow Tempest Tiger. Shadow Tempest Tiger's fury, come and burn me, quick. Lu Chen couldn't contain his excitement. He was eager to face the first hidden boss. Damn it, the gold-striped Black Tiger King's attack is too high. After being wiped out once, 3 saints returned to the Black Tiger King's room. This time, everyone drink intermediate healing potions. When your HP is below 40%, switch out immediately. I'm the main tank, Taejo, pay attention to your defense. Park Taejo was the team's talisman master. She had already learned the level 2, Iron Bastion, which could increase the team's physical defense by 50 points. Okay, get ready to fight the boss. The viewers in the live stream watched 3 saints as they explored the dungeon. The bullet screen never stopped. Razor changed his equipment and has a level 2, Iron Bastion, but the Tiger King's damage is still so high. The key is that the Tiger King has combo attack, and its attack speed is high. It's too scary when paired with this skill. The Tiger King also has critical hit. Although the chance is low, as long as it does, the damage will be off the charts. In TT Guild, Lin Sun, Old Peng, and the other team leaders were also learning how to clear the Tiger King's cave dungeon. According to Jotian settings, Tiger-type monsters don't have critical hits. The Tiger King actually has critical hits. Could it be that it has critical hit equipment? It should be. In Jotian settings, the equipment of monsters will often be revealed in battle. Take Everhill's protection for example. Once you hit it, you'll be slowed. It's disgusting, Old Peng guessed. Although the chance of critical hits isn't high, when paired with combo attack, the damage is too high. This dungeon is indeed difficult. After a tough battle and using intermediate healing potions, 3 saints finally reduced the gold-striped Black Tiger King's HP to red. Everyone in the audience held their breaths. After the 5 of them attacked, the gold-striped Black Tiger King finally fell. A string of Korean characters appeared in front of 3 saints' Razor. They had finally killed the gold-striped Black Tiger King. Damn, it dropped 3 pieces of green equipment. Glasses had been staring at the screen. When he saw the system notification, he immediately recognized the equipment's color. Xiaoyao Feng couldn't help but shake his head. It'll be difficult to surpass 3 saints now. Chapter 86. The Daehan players cheered. We've defeated the first boss. 3 sages, who gambled their dignity, is even more admirable. Hua Xia, Yamato, did you see that? We, the Daehan players, are the kings of online games. Just wait to be dominated by us in the future. 3 sages is the strongest. There must be a lot of Hua Xia and Yamato players secretly watching the livestream. Just be our students. The Hua Xia and Yamato players were forced to stand on the same side. Facing 3 sages' victory, they could only endure the ridicule. The Yamato players were better off as they also had guilds testing the Tiger King's Cave instance dungeon. However, the Hua Xia players could only choose to remain silent. There was no other way. Currently, there were only a few teams in the country that could gather a level 12 team. Even 3 sages' level 14 team was wiped out once. How could the country's team clear a level 15 instance dungeon? Now, They could only wait for Friday's double and quickly level up. Perhaps because they were in a bad mood, there were even some Huaxia players who expressed their dissatisfaction with Solipsistic. Where's Solipsistic? Where's Nameless Bro? Why isn't he making a move? Must he give the first blood to the Koreans and let them get away with it? Maybe it's just like what the Koreans said. Those two people don't live up to their reputation. Lu Chen waited for 3 minutes. Suddenly, a huge shadow appeared at the entrance of the boss room, blocking the exit. Lu Chen turned around. That fellow was like a black cat in the dark night, taking light and vigorous steps without making a sound. A pair of golden eyes stared fixedly at its prey. The Shadow Tempest Tiger was only level 18, but its avatar was diamond. Damn, what kind of boss is this? Lu Chen couldn't help but become serious. It seemed that this hidden boss was stronger than the average boss. 7 heads, 3 fools, stand behind me. Lu Chen gripped his dark steel sword tightly. Let's see how strong this guy is. Lu Chen and the Shadow Tempest Tiger rushed towards each other at the same time. It was actually the Shadow Tempest Tiger that raised its hand first, which meant that its agility was higher than Lu Chen's. Minus 436, critical hit, minus 182, combo. Such a high attack. Lu Chen didn't show any weakness either. He launched a combo attack, thrusting his sword twice at an extremely fast speed. Minus 466, critical, minus 228, poisoned, minus 228, poisoned, minus 466, critical, minus 228, poisoned, minus 228, poisoned. Lu Chen dealt 2 critical hits in a row, dealing a total of 1,844 points of damage. You only have 7,000 HP. After this exchange, Lu Chen realized that his worries were completely unnecessary. This guy made his entrance look very cool. He wasn't his opponent at all. He even made him take him seriously. 7 of them. Go all out and hit them as you wish. When the Shadow Tempest Tiger's HP dropped to 40%, Lu Chen suddenly realized that the Shadow Tempest Tiger's attack speed had significantly increased, and it even had dodge. Tigers didn't have dodge talents. Could it be that this guy had dodge equipment? Let's hope it drops. Even if it wasn't a critical hit, Lu Chen's attack could still deal about 1,400 damage. The 8,000 HP Shadow Tempest Tiger couldn't even last for 2 minutes before dying. Killed Shadow Tempest Tiger, level 18 party dungeon, diamond boss. Captured 10,200 aura of all things. Obtained 2 rank 6 talent fragments. Obtained 2 6-star quality points. Damn, a 6-star material dropped. Lu Chen was a little excited now. Where could he exchange these materials for reputation? One could exchange for 100,000. Ding, a pleasant sound rang out, and Lu Chen's ears immediately perked up. Obtained item, Shadow Tempest Jacket, level 15 blue. Obtained item, Dark Iron Nethergold Sword, level 15 blue. Obtained item, Tiger's Blood *1, damn. 2 blue equipment. Lu Chen took a deep breath. This harvest was a little out of his expectations. He thought there would only be 1 item. No, to be precise, there should be 3 because the material, Tiger's Blood, this time was also blue. Lu Chen didn't know what the material was for, so he put it away first. The key was to look at the 2 blue equipment. Shadow Tempest Jacket, level 15 blue, rare jacket containing the power of wind and night, defense, physical defense 29, spiritual defense 8, strength plus 23, agility plus 42, physique plus 28, special effect, wind ripple. Temporarily increases attack speed by 20%, movement speed by 10%, and evasion by 10%. Duration, 10 seconds. Cooldown, 120 seconds. Special effect, Night Demon. After entering the night, movement speed is increased by 10%, and evasion by 10%, stackable with wind ripple. Fuck me, this equipment is too awesome. Lu Chen took a deep breath. Everyone had blue equipment, but there were good and bad blue equipment. This equipment was even more overpowered than the Nethergold sword. As expected of a hidden boss drop, this is too awesome. It can increase movement speed by 20%, evasion by 20%, and attack speed by 20%. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's put it on first. Liu Chen took off Evenhill's Guardian and put on the Dark Knight Tempest jacket. Evenhill's Guardian was colorful and not very good looking, but the Dark Knight Tempest was completely different. With a pure black jacket that emitted a faint blue light, coupled with the Nethergold sword, the entire character's appearance had undergone a drastic change. Clothes make the man. When Liu Chen wore this outfit, he could already be considered handsome. Unfortunately, he could only focus on the upper body. Damn, where the hell am I going to get pants? I'm still wearing beginner shorts. They don't match at all. Liu Chen held his forehead. Ding! As you have cleared the Tiger King's cave in less than 30 minutes, you and your team's crazy slaughter has angered the Roaring Frost Tiger. Please prepare to receive the Roaring Frost Tiger's fury. Level 2 Hidden Boss Roaring Frost Tiger Equipment Time Remaining 009:59. Please note, if you exit the dungeon now, your score will be the final score and will remain on the Tiger King's Cave dungeon leaderboard. If you choose to accept the challenge, the dungeon time will be extended accordingly. Liu Chen looked at the system message and fell into deep thought. Damn, how many hidden bosses have I angered? What the hell is going on? One by one. Are they going to let me out or not? Don't tell me there's more after the level 2 dungeon. Damn, I have to wait for 10 minutes. Speaking of which, a level 2 hidden boss. What would it drop? I don't want anything else, just give me a pair of pants. Originally, Liu Chen had cleared the dungeon in 21 minutes. However, after fighting the Dark Knight Tempest Tiger, he had to wait for 6 minutes. Now, he had to wait for another 10 minutes. He did not need to recover either. Since he was bored, he released the 10 beasts to play with them and also to cultivate intimacy points. We have experienced this time. Everyone, be careful. We must defeat the Dark Moon Silver-Striped Tiger in one go. Yes, leader. Okay, Tai Zhu, defend. I'll start fighting the boss. In front of the video, Brother Tao and a few of the guild's main leaders were watching the video. Trinity should be able to clear the dungeon in one go this time. With their previous experience, their equipment has also been updated. They have dropped a few pieces of green equipment. The attributes are very good. At this rate, they will really be able to clear the Tiger King dungeon this time. When we get to the 10 beasts, we will also try it. As long as we can defeat the first boss and get the equipment, we will be able to form a virtuous cycle. Brother Tao narrowed his eyes slightly. When we have this new batch of equipment, we will not be afraid of anyone anymore. We must reclaim the main city. When the time comes, we will farm a few more times. When we see that guy in the future, we will kill him every time we see him. Chapter 87. 10 minutes later, a pure white tiger appeared at the entrance of the cave. Level 19 Diamond Head Boss. Liu Chen stared at this guy. The battle between the two sides was on the verge of breaking out. The Roaring Ice Tiger's attributes were higher, and its attacks also had frost spiritual energy damage. One attack, including the combo attack talent, could take out about 600 of Liu Chen's HP without a critical hit. However, this kind of damage was not a threat to Liu Chen. When the Roaring Ice Tiger's HP fell below 40%, this guy suddenly roared into the sky. With this roar, with it as the center, an ice ring suddenly burst out with a diameter of 20 meters, even exceeding the attack range of 7 heads. After being hit by the ice ring, all members of Liu Chen's team were frozen. Damn, is this a technique? Liu Chen's whole body was sealed in ice, and he could only watch as the Roaring Ice Tiger attacked him. Liu Chen had seen the Ice Seal skill before. The Water Kirin had the Ice Seal effect, but this was the first time Liu Chen was controlled by a hard control skill, and it did not feel good at all. The official notification, after players were controlled by an abnormal status, the duration was related to the skill's effect. The player's resistance was related to the skill's effect, and they could also reduce the duration by struggling. Lu Chen wriggled his body in the ice. Ah! Break for me. After a few seconds, the ice was finally broken. Good thing I have a lot of HP, or else I would have been killed by you. 7 heads, 3 fools, quickly kill this guy. 7 heads and 3 fools also broke the ice one after another. After that, the Roaring Ice Tiger used Roaring Ice Seal twice, but in the face of Lu Chen's high damage, it could only delay the time of death at most. With the last critical hit, the huge white tiger crashed to the ground. Killed Roaring Ice Tiger, level 19 party dungeon, diamond boss. Captured 13,600 points of aura. Obtained rank 6 talent fragment 2. Obtained 6-star quality 2. Ding! Obtained item, Dark Frost Cloak, LV 15 blue, Obsidian Dark Gold Sword, LV 15 blue, Exquisite Tiger Pelt Shoulder Pads, LV 12 green, Tiger Blood X1, blue, Tiger Tooth X4, Tiger Pelt X2. Oh my, another 2 pieces of blue equipment. A new cloak and a dark gold sword. Lu Chen was pleasantly surprised. Hidden bosses were indeed hidden bosses. The 3 bosses outside only dropped 1 piece of blue equipment. However, these 2 hidden bosses each dropped 2 pieces of blue equipment. The drop rate was extremely high. Lu Chen could sell the 2 extra dark steel nether gold swords, and the price would definitely not be low. Lu Chen looked at the cloak's attributes. Dark Frost Cape, level 15 blue, Dark Frost, causing the opponent to feel fear and despair within the frost. Defense, Physical Defense 19, Spiritual Defense 8, Strength plus 32, Agility plus 38, Constitution plus 16, Special Effect, Frozen Roar. After active release, it can release a ring of ice to the surroundings, freezing the enemy for 2 to 7 seconds within a range of 25 meters. Requires 300 points of pure aura to release. Special Effect Enhancement, when Shadow Tempest Cloak and Night Pants are equipped at the same time, Frozen Roar's effective range is increased by 15 meters. Inactive, the equipment's attributes were very strong, and it even had special effects. Although the mana consumption was a bit high, at least it was a pretty good control skill. However, what Lu Chen cared about the most was that special effect enhancement content. Damn, it even dropped pants. Why didn't I hit it? Lu Chen complained as he put on the cloak. Are there any more hidden bosses? Give me a few more, give me a pair of pants. Lu Chen stared at his system interface with anticipation. After waiting for a while, the hidden boss did not appear this time. Lu Chen thought for a while. The level 1 hidden boss appeared because he cleared the dungeon within 45 minutes. The second reason was because he cleared the dungeon within 30 minutes. If there was a third one, then there might be a higher requirement for the dungeon. I used more than 21 minutes and only activated 2 of them. I'll try again later. Ding! Tiger King's Cave Dungeon cleared in 0:41:18. Congratulations on being the first to complete the Tiger King's Cave Dungeon. You have received the title, Tiger Vanquisher. Lu Chen, title, well, at least titles had attribute bonuses. Moreover, he had hidden his ID now, so people could not see his 4-meter-long ID. It did not matter if there was one more. After receiving the title, Tiger Vanquisher, Lu Chen's basic strength increased by another 10%. Your results will be recorded in the server's Tiger King's Cave Dungeon clearing leaderboard. Do you want to display your ID on the leaderboard? No, Lu Chen said directly. Player chooses to remain anonymous. Lu Chen summoned the visual interface. For the first time, a dungeon clearing leaderboard image appeared at the top right of his vision. Hua Xia's server clearing leaderboard. First place, anonymous player. Result, 0:41:18. Reward, daily reward, Tiger Hemostasis *1, second place, third place, There's actually a reward. Not bad. There was no limit to the number of times Jotian's dungeon could be challenged. In other words, he could continue to clear this dungeon. The experience, item quality, and drop rate here were all very good. It was definitely the best choice for leveling up and getting equipment. However, the system needed 30 minutes to reset. During this time, Lu Qin needed to level up outside. Okay, I'm done. Let's go then. Lu Qin recalled the seven-headed triple kill and left the dungeon on foot. A white light flashed, and Lu Qin appeared in front of the Tiger King's cave. The moment Lu Qin came out, he looked up and saw a large group of people standing in front of the cave entrance. There were at least 600 to 700 people. There were guild teams and small teams among them. Even Wild Waves was there. At this moment, these people were staring at the person at the entrance of the cave, dumbfounded. This person was wearing a black top and a black cloak. There was a faint blue glow around him. He carried a long, thin sword on his back. The black sword was as cold and sharp as ice. There was also a faint blue mist around it. Many people were familiar with this deadly blue mist. Currently, the only blue equipment, Evan Hill's Guardian, would emit this blue mist. It was just a piece of clothing, and it was colorful, so the mist did not look obvious at all. However, this person's equipment was different. There were dark patterns on his clothes, but they were also black. Under the effect of 3 pieces of black equipment, the blue mist seemed to surround his entire body. The feeling he gave was that he was extremely handsome. Of course, all of this had to be disregarding the gray shorts he was wearing. Damn, what equipment is this? It's so cool. Blue cloak, blue top, and blue weapon. Wait, isn't this guy Brother Nameless? He just came out of the Tiger King's cave. He got a blue equipment. What attributes? Lu Qin frowned slightly. He was now using the identity of Brother Nameless in District 122. Since the Twin Towers, he was not afraid of being seen by others. However, he was very curious. When he came, there was no one here. How did so many people appear all of a sudden? The dungeon would reset in half an hour. Lu Qin did not say anything in front of everyone. He walked into the forest and found a place where there was no one to train. After Lu Qin left, the crowd suddenly became restless. Brother Nameless went into the Tiger King's cave? Could it be? The Korean dynasty is too arrogant, so Brother Nameless took action? How can he clear the dungeon alone? But his equipment. Someone from the Wind Shadow Guild walked carefully toward the Tiger King's cave dungeon. Lone Wolf, what are you doing? We're just here to confirm the location of the dungeon. Don't go in, his teammate said anxiously. Wind Shadow Lone Wolf ignored his teammate's warning and touched the dungeon door. Sure enough, that thing appeared on the top right of his vision. Lone Wolf's voice was trembling. Check the leaderboard. Chapter 88. Hundreds of people gathered in front of the Tiger King's cave dungeon. Their original intention was probably just to scout and mark the dungeon's location. At this moment, Lone Wolf stood alone in front of the dungeon's entrance, his whole body trembling. Lone Wolf, what's wrong? His friend asked anxiously. Lone Wolf retracted his hand from the dungeon's entrance and slowly turned his head. His voice was hollow. How long did 3 saints take? Although his friend couldn't understand why Lone Wolf was like this, he still opened 3 saints' official website. They're fighting the last boss and are about to clear the dungeon. How long did they take? It's 46 minutes 24 seconds now. His friend finally couldn't hold back his curiosity and asked, Lone Wolf, what's wrong? Lone Wolf's eyes widened. 3 saints hadn't finished the Tiger King's cave in 46 minutes and a half, and now on their server's Tiger King's cave ranking, Nameless has cleared the Tiger King's cave. This sentence was like a bomb, instantly exploding in the crowd. It wasn't over yet. Lone Wolf raised his head, unable to hide the shock in his eyes. He slowly said a number. 41 minutes 18 seconds. The entire Tiger King's cave was so quiet that one could hear a pin drop. The Three Saints official website's live stream had entered its final stage. Three Saints is too strong. As long as they don't make any mistakes, they'll definitely clear the dungeon within 50 minutes. They don't even need 50 minutes, they can probably clear it within 48 minutes. Huaxia, Yamato viewers, have you learned? Go back and practice hard, try to clear the Tiger King's cave within an hour. Stop joking, Huaxia still needs a few days to clear the Tiger King. They're even worse than Yamato. Looking at the ridicule of the Korean players, the Huaxia players could only suppress their anger. It couldn't be helped, who asked their level to be crushed. I've analyzed the website's login IP data, there are at least 30 million Huaxia players watching the livestream now. Hey, why are all Huaxia players mute, why isn't anyone saying anything? What right do you have to speak after being crushed? When the Asia server merges, I'll teach you a lesson. 47 minutes 44 seconds. Three Saints finally cleared the Tiger King's cave dungeon and dropped a level 15 blue equipment, the Dark Iron Golden Sword. Once the Dark Iron Sword appeared, it instantly caused another uproar. Super high attack power, powerful 3D buffs, and critical hit and critical damage. If it weren't for the fact that none of them had reached level 15, they would have worn it on the spot. The Three Saints' names had also appeared on the Tiger King's cave ranking list. Third Saint Razor purposely showed the rankings to the audience. Korean server area 57 Tiger King's cave clearance time leaderboard, first place, Triple Saint Razor, leader, result, 047, 44, reward, daily reward, Tiger Hemostasis, *1, second place, third place, thank you for watching. We, the Three Sages, have successfully cleared the Tiger King's cave. Third Saint Razor said to the audience, our luck is pretty good this time. We got a blue weapon. After we get new equipment, we will become even stronger. Finally, Razor looked at the bullet screen and smiled. By the way, Huaxia and Yamato viewers, did you learn anything? Many people didn't expect Razor to directly use this sentence in the comments. No matter what a fan said, it was still a fan's action. However, when it was said by Razor, it was equivalent to official mockery. The streamer, Little Ming, was also broadcasting the Three Sages' exploration. He turned on the translator while watching the live stream. At this time, he was so angry that his teeth were itching. This is too much. Isn't it just a dungeon? Do they have to be so arrogant? Our server has suffered a lot. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had the chance to be so arrogant. Damn it, brothers, let's all train hard. We'll endure this. I'll slap these Koreans in the face next time. At this time, a Huaxia player suddenly posted a screenshot in the Three Sages official website. The screenshot was in Chinese. Naturally, it was posted by a Huaxia player. In the screenshot, it showed the Tiger King's cave clearance record. Huaxia server area 122 Tiger King's cave clearance time leaderboard, first place, anonymous player, leader, result, 041, 18, reward, daily reward Tiger Hemostasis, *1, second place, third place. Below the screenshot, the netizen also posted a message in Korean that was not very standard. Koreans, take a good look at who is the real king. Our Huaxia has cleared the Tiger King's cave a long time ago. We just didn't want to announce it. This screenshot immediately attracted the attention of many online gaming players. Damn, this is from our server. Area 122. Which guild is it from? What does an anonymous player mean? Which guild cleared the dungeon without leaving their name? On the other hand, the Korean netizens were full of doubts. Huaxia people like to Photoshop. This screenshot is obviously fake. Even a level 12 player dares to Photoshop such a screenshot. Anyone with a brain would know that it's fake. If your Huaxia can clear the Tiger King's cave in 41 minutes, I'll livestream myself eating shit. Little Ming also noticed this screenshot. Area 122. Wasn't that the server he was in? Moreover, wasn't this anonymous player the one who dominated the leaderboard of the Celestial Mountain Twin Towers? Yes, it's Brother Nameless, Brother Nameless. After Little Ming figured it out, he was so excited that he jumped up. Comrades, do you know who this is? This is our server's Nameless. Many people have seen him challenge the Twin Towers in my previous livestream. It's simply godlike. Ha 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 ha, I definitely believe this screenshot is real because I saw him challenge the Twin Towers with my own eyes. He can definitely do it. Brother Nameless has finally made his move. I knew it. Brother Nameless isn't a coward. At this time, only Mad God and him can give the Koreans a good slap in the face. Mad God didn't say anything, but Brother Nameless has made his move. The main reason why Little Ming's livestream could squeeze into the top 10 was because of Brother Nameless' deeds. His existence had already become a legend. At this moment, people didn't care which guild Nameless belonged to, or whether he was from the Twin Towers with a bug. They only knew that Brother Nameless had stood up when his countrymen were being humiliated. Brother Nameless is mighty. 41 minutes, ha 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 ha, the three sages are fighting to the death, but they're not as strong as Brother Nameless. Little Ming, isn't it in your server? Quickly go and take a look at the dungeon. Little Ming only just remembered and immediately returned to the game. Once his consciousness returned to the game, he immediately realized that a large number of players were walking out of the main city of the Celestial Mountain. Was that screenshot really left by Brother Nameless? I think it's real. I heard from my friends that they saw Brother Nameless at the entrance of the cave. He's already wearing blue equipment. Is it real? Wearing blue equipment. If it's real, it's 41 minutes. Oh my god, he can't be going to challenge it alone again, right? I hope it's real. The Koreans are too arrogant. Only Brother Nameless can teach them a lesson. Quick, everyone, let's go and take a look. Little Ming ran all the way. Millions of fans followed his live stream and rushed to the Tiger King's cave. At this time, there was a sea of people in front of the Tiger King's cave. Thousands of people's faces were filled with excitement. It's real, it's real. Did you see it? Let me show you the leaderboard. Little Ming opened the leaderboard in his field of vision and showed it to his fans. Huaxia server, District 122, Tiger King's Cave leaderboard. First place, anonymous player, captain, result, 041, 18, reward, daily reward, Tiger Hemostasis, *1, no, I want to see Razor's expression. Little Ming quickly switched back to the official website of the Three Sages. Razor and the other Three Sages executives looked at the increasing number of screenshots in the comments section. There were more and more screenshots from different angles and times. Someone even recorded a video of the entire leaderboard. If the Huaxia players were to get serious, their official website would definitely be flooded. Razor's face was ashen. His mouth was agape, and he couldn't say a word for a long time. No, impossible. This is impossible. Chapter 89. The other members kept repeating the same word. Impossible. They knew the situation in the Huaxia server very well. When the server was opened, Tianqing did not prepare enough servers, causing the servers to be overloaded and the players to be offline for 2 days. After that, a strange server-wide quest appeared in the Huaxia server. The high-level players were blocked by the fog and could not level up. They had studied this server-wide quest before, but even after watching Huaxia's livestream and repeatedly confirming the location of the entrance to the fog forest, they could not activate the quest. Although they coveted the legendary mythical beast, no one in Huaxia had shown any of the mythical beasts. Plus, they could not activate the quest, so they could only give up. However, after these two incidents, they had their own advantage, the level advantage. As a first-tier guild in Korea, Three Saints level was definitely higher than all the other guilds in the Huaxia server. However, Huaxia had cleared the Tiger King's cave first. Moreover, it only took 41 minutes. At that moment, there were only 3 words in their minds. Impossible. Hwasia, De-hee, and the Korean players had been debating about Nameless clearing time for a long time. The 3 Saints players were getting more and more frustrated. This was their official website, and they had just cleared the Tiger King's cave. However, no one cared about them in the comments section. Everyone was talking about Nameless. I don't believe it. If we don't see the battle footage, we won't believe it. A Korean player voiced out everyone's thoughts. That's right. Let him live stream if he can. Facing the Korean player's request, Little Ming happily used the translation software to type a sentence and was ready to post. Sorry, our Nameless likes to keep a low profile. Maybe to him, this is just a normal operation. There's no need to show off. Using the translation software was slow. Before Little Ming could finish typing, the fans were shouting at him. Little Ming, stop posting. Is that person nameless? When the players switched to the website mode, the player's visual interface would become blurry. The fans could only see a blurry figure with a light blue halo. Lu Chen waited for half an hour and returned. In the end, not only did the number of people in front of the Tiger King's cave not decrease, but it increased instead. There were 3 layers inside and 3 layers outside. They did not enter the dungeon and just stood at the entrance. What the hell? Lu Chen frowned. Lu Chen's appearance instantly attracted the attention of a large number of players. It's brother Nameless. Nameless bro. You've come. Nameless bro, you're too strong. Well done. Nameless bro, thanks. He helped our local server players vent their anger. Yeah, I've been holding back a lot of anger. You guys don't know how angry I was when I saw those comments. Now that I can finally release it all, it feels great. Looking down on us Hwasia players, Nameless bro will slap your face and teach you a lesson. Lu Chen's frown deepened. Why couldn't he understand what they were saying? Since when did I slap his face? He had always kept a low profile. Each and every one of them was greeting him. Was he familiar with these people? Forget it, there were all kinds of fish in the sea. Lu Chen did not want to care about them. Excuse me, please. Whoosh. The congested crowd instantly parted to form a path. The irregular players' movements were so uniform. This. Lu Chen felt more and more confused. Since they had cleared the path, Lu Chen did not care too much and walked straight to the Tiger King's cave. This time, he would try to use less time and see if he could infuriate some tiger again. I don't want a weapon, just a pair of pants. Other players' starting equipment choices were long pants, which were still acceptable. Lu Chen bought a skin, and even the beginner equipment was the worst pair of shorts. His upper body was so handsome, but his lower body was like a loser. The feeling of wearing a suit and shorts was really unpleasant. Nameless bro, you want to challenge the dungeon? Someone shouted in horror. Wow, Nameless bro is going to challenge the Tiger King's cave again. Oh my god, that's great. Lu Chen was shocked. Nonsense, I'm not here to watch the show. Why wouldn't I challenge the dungeon? This group of people must be sick in the head. Touching the dungeon door, Lu Chen entered the Tiger King's cave under the gaze of thousands of people behind him. In Little Ming's live streaming channel, the fans went crazy. Little Ming, broadcast Nameless Bro's challenge, we want to see it. Yes, let us witness Nameless Bro's challenge with our own eyes. Little Ming was a little hesitant. Well, Nameless Bro won't broadcast the battle. Are you guys just going to wait here? Won't it be boring? As a streamer, he had to consider the feelings of his fans. Are you kidding? How can it be boring? This is a moment to witness history. Little Ming, if you dare to broadcast, I'll call people over to watch your broadcast. Let's boost the popularity of Little Ming's live streaming channel. Yes, let the Korean servers people see how Nameless Bro slaps their faces. 11111. Wait here for Nameless Bro, we want to see it. Seeing that his fans were so enthusiastic, and to be honest, he didn't want to leave either. The players there didn't even bother to level up, they were all waiting at the door. Okay, then we'll wait for Nameless Bro. Little Ming's popularity in his live streaming channel shot up rapidly, directly defeating the #1 female streamer, Fengling. Instantly, he became the most popular streamer and appeared in the most prominent position on the official website's popularity page. Moreover, there were still fans streaming in. Lu Chen finally entered the dungeon. What are these guys doing? Lu Chen shook his head. Is there something happening around here? After thinking about it, that didn't seem to be the case. Forget it, he didn't care anyway, he would just challenge his own dungeon. After releasing the 7-headed and 3-headed idiots, Lu Chen said, let's be faster this time. The aggro of the monsters in the dungeon is very high, and as long as the player doesn't leave the dungeon, the aggro won't disappear. This means that they will chase you to any corner of the dungeon. So this time, I'll pull all the monsters in the 3 paths, and the 3 bosses into the Phantom Gold Blade Tiger's room. Let me explain the strategy. When the time comes to clear the monsters, I won't be able to protect you guys. You guys find a corner, the 3 idiots and me. The 4 of us will block all the monsters, while the 7-headed idiots will clear the monsters from behind. Don't attack, the 3 idiots. I'll tank alone, you guys just need to block the position. After arranging the strategy, Lu Chen began to pull the monsters. There were 3 paths, each path had 8 waves of monsters, and 1 boss. Lu Chen relied on his movement advantage, along with the Dark Knight Tempest's Wind Blast, he rampaged and quickly pulled the aggro. The first path only took 3 minutes, and there was already a large group of monsters behind him, including the gold-striped Black Tiger King. The second path, 3 minutes. In the third path, Lu Chen pulled all the monsters into the Phantom Gold Blade Tiger's room. The 7-headed idiots had already found a position early on. The 7-headed idiots hid in the innermost corner, and the 3-headed idiots blocked in front of them. There was a space in the middle left, which was reserved for Lu Chen. Lu Chen quickly filled the position and filled the last empty seat. At this time, only Lu Chen had aggro. Although the 3-headed idiots were standing in front of the monsters, they wouldn't be attacked. 7-headed, go all out and attack. Chapter 90. 7 heads might not be enough to kill the boss, but Qin Ye's speed was definitely not something Lu Chen could match. Lu Chen could only see the health bars of the monsters dropping rapidly under the attacks of the 7 heads. However, there were too many monsters, so he could not see them all. Hurry up, let's try to finish them in 15 minutes. Lu Chen shouted. His current mission was to prioritize attacking the 3 bosses that were especially XX. Once they entered his attack range, Lu Chen would immediately attack. After the poison duration was up, Lu Chen's damage could reach around 3,000. Even a boss with 8,000 to 10,000 health could not withstand more than a few hits. In addition, if there were monsters with more health, Lu Chen would also deal more damage to ensure that the monsters were cleared quickly. After 2 minutes, Lu Chen's screen began to be flooded with messages. Killed Agile Scarlet Striped Tiger, level 15 elite. Obtained 2,712 spiritual energy. Obtained stage 3 talent fragment 2. Obtained 3-star quality points. Extracted 2 pure spiritual energy. Ding, obtained Tiger Tooth X2, killed strong Scarlet Striped Tiger, level 15 elite. Obtained 2,712 spiritual energy. Obtained stage 3 talent fragment 2. Obtained 3-star quality points. Ding, obtained Tiger Skin X2, killed strong Scarlet Striped Tiger, level 16 elite. Obtained 3,540 spiritual energy. Obtained stage 4 talent fragment 2. Obtained stage 4 quality points. Ding, obtained exquisite Tiger Skin Boots, green. Obtained Tiger Skin X1, Tiger Tooth X2, Tiger Gallbladder X1, Tiger Heart X1, there were too many messages. Lu Chen did not even have time to look at them. The only thing he could see was his experience bar rising crazily. After a few seconds, there were only a few monsters left. A golden light rose from Lu Chen's feet. Fuck, I leveled up. Lu Chen was shocked. Unfortunately, time was money. He did not even have time to check his own attributes. After half a minute, there were only 2 bosses and 3 monsters left. All of them were on the verge of death. Why are there only 2 bosses? Where's the golden blade tiger? It's not dead, right? Lu Chen didn't have time to conjecture. He quickly rushed out and poisoned each of them. 32 seconds later, the last 5 tiger demons died one after another. Ding! Tiger King's cave cleared time, 0:12:33. Congratulations on setting a new dungeon clearing time. Lu Chen sat on the ground and quickly recovered his strength. Seeing his results, Lu Chen let out a long sigh of relief. 12 minutes and 33 seconds, 9 minutes less than before. It's 15 minutes. Damn, I'm so tired. As you cleared the Tiger King's cave in less than 45 minutes, you and your team's crazy massacre has angered the Shadow Tempest Tiger. Hehe, the hidden boss is here. Fuck, I didn't have time to look at what we fought just now. Let's wait until we fight the Roaring Frost Tiger. Let's take a break first. 7 heads, 3 idiots, hurry up and recover your stamina. At this moment, another guild from the Grand Han, the Golden Cauldron Guild, suddenly appeared in front of the players. On the Korean server's official livestream website, this guild's livestream viewers had already exceeded 100 million. They were live-streaming their exploration of the Tiger King's cave. The reason why this guild was so eye-catching was because of the equipment on the 5 members of the Golden Cauldron. Their captain, Golden Cauldron Miatang, was holding the Dark Steel Golden Sword. As everyone knew, the Dark Steel Golden Sword was recently obtained by the 3 Saints Guild. However, this sword, as well as a batch of exquisite tigerskin shoulder pads and exquisite tigerskin combat boots, were all in Golden Cauldron's hands. At this moment, a streamer familiar with the Korean server gave the answer. 3 Saints and Golden Cauldron were actually from the same club and were considered brother guilds. There was no rule out that they would merge in the future. And this time, Golden Cauldron's equipment was just obtained by 3 Saints. Golden Cauldron was already very strong, and with 7 or 8 new pieces of equipment, their combat power instantly soared. And Golden Cauldron was in a hurry to challenge the Tiger King's cave. Anyone with a discerning eye could see the reason at a glance. Nameless Bro and 3 Saints completed the challenge almost at the same time, and the dungeon required 30 minutes to reset. This meant that if Nameless Bro wanted to challenge again, he would have to wait at least 30 minutes. It was the same for 3 Saints. However, if they came to challenge, they could take back the honor of using the shortest time before Huaxia Nameless Bro could challenge again. At this moment, with the help of 3 Saints' pioneering experience and the advantage of equipment, Golden Cauldron had already completed the challenge, 39 minutes and 3 seconds. Dirty dogs, do you see that? Do you know what strength is now? This is the speed limit, entering the 40-minute mark. This is the strength of Korea. We want to suppress you until you can't raise your heads. A bunch of trash, shout again. So what if you have more people? You'll just have more trash, unlike Korea, where we're all elites. After Golden Cauldron completed the challenge, Golden Cauldron Miatang raised the second Dark Steel Golden Sword that he had just obtained and said to the camera, Huaxia dirty dogs, shout again. This is the second weapon, and we're going to set a new record. You'll never be able to catch up. Miatang's ID showed his stance, and his public ridicule provoked the anger of Huaxia's players. This is too much, they're taking turns to fight us. The 2 guilds are taking turns to challenge each other, and they can borrow equipment from each other. Nameless Bro can't beat them. What a scoundrel. Mad God, are you there? Mad God, do it. If you don't do it, Nameless Bro won't be able to hold on. Mad God, it's time to show your strength. We're being suppressed by the Korean server now, what are you waiting for? Mad God did not reply. Of course, Mad God could not reply, as he was fighting the Roaring Frost Tiger King. In fact, he did not even know about the competition between Hua Xia and the Korean server players. Pants, pants, please give me pants. Lu Chen prayed as he attacked. Just give me any pair. Killed Roaring Frost Tiger, level 19 party dungeon, diamond level boss. Obtained 13,600 aura points. Obtained 2 rank 6 talent fragments. Obtained 2 6-star quality points. Ding! Obtained Dark Frost Cloak, LV15 Blue, Obsidian Golden Sword, LV15 Blue, Exquisite Tiger Skin Boots, LV12 Green, Tiger Blood X1, Blue, Tiger Bone X4, Tiger Gallbladder X2. Fuck, no pants, didn't they say there was a pair of pants? Who dropped them? Lu Chen said in frustration. As you cleared the Tiger King's cave in less than 15 minutes, you and your team's killing spree has angered the Blazing Frost Tiger. Please be prepared to face the wrath of the Blazing Frost Tiger. The remaining time for the hidden boss, Blazing Frost Tiger, to arrive is 007:59. Please note, if you exit the dungeon now, your score will be the final score and will remain on the Tiger King's Cave dungeon leaderboard. If you choose to accept the challenge, the dungeon time will be extended accordingly. Ah, there really is a hidden boss. The respawn time is only 5 minutes. Looks like the respawn time isn't based on the difficulty of the boss. Lu Chen did not care. He just had to wait. Ah, I'm so tired. Playing a game is so tiring. I have 8 minutes. Let's lie down for a while. Lu Chen lay on the ground leisurely to relax. At this moment, the number of viewers in Xiaoming's live streaming channel had reached a terrifying 240 million. Xiaoming deliberately put a stopwatch in the live streaming channel. Currently, Nameless Bro's challenge time was 29 minutes and 13 seconds. He was only 9 minutes and 50 seconds away from Jin Ding's new record. At this moment, Xiaoming actually did not care about the number of viewers in his live streaming channel. After all, no one was sending him gifts now. People were not watching him, but Nameless Bro. He was now praying again and again. Nameless Bro, I know we're not you and can't feel the horror of facing the Tiger King's cave alone, but please do your best, please. In the live streaming channel, Huaxia players were also spamming the screen. Nameless Bro, do your best. Chapter 91. After playing with the 10 beasts for a while, Lu Chen saw that it was about time and recalled them. Sure enough, a ferocious tiger appeared at the door. This guy was covered in flames, but the color of the flames was not red, but dark blue. This true fire-ending tiger was like a monster that had walked out of hell. Level 20. Lu Chen stood up and stared at the blazing tiger. Alright, I don't have any other requests. Just a pair of pants. Lu Chen did not waste any time and went straight to the fight. As soon as he came within 10 meters of the tiger, Lu Chen's HP dropped. -200, -200, -200. As long as he was within 10 meters of the blazing tiger, Lu Chen's HP dropped every second. It's the effect of sacrifice. Lu Chen laughed disdainfully. Too bad it's not as strong as my poison. The blazing tiger's attack was stronger than the roaring frost tiger's. A combo without a critical hit could deal around 1000 damage to Lu Chen. Including the burning damage from sacrifice, the damage was around 1100. After Lu Chen changed his equipment, his damage was around 1600 with a 30% critical hit. This guy is a bit strong. Lu Chen calculated his own HP. If he did not kite, the two of them would be evenly matched. 7 heads, help me attack. I'm too lazy to run. 7 heads could not compare to the blazing tiger's single attack. Including spiritual attack, each attack could only deal around 70 damage. However, there were many of them. 7 headless flying corpses could deal around 500 damage in one round. With Lu Chen's damage, victory was assured. The blazing tiger's 12,000 HP dropped rapidly. A moment later, the huge flaming body finally fell to the ground. Blazing Tiger, Level 19 Party Dungeon, Diamond Boss. Captured 14,800 points of aura of all things. Obtained 2 rank 6 talent fragments. Obtained 2 6-star quality points. Next was the most exciting moment. Lu Chen kept praying. Ding! Obtained item Night Pants, Level 15 Blue, oh yeah. Lu Chen couldn't help but cheer when he saw the first reward. Finally, there are pants. These 3 hidden bosses would definitely drop a piece of blue armor. The pants that Lu Chen had always wanted were dropped by this guy. Heaving a sigh of relief, Lu Chen continued to check his harvest. Obtained Tiger Weep, Level 15 Purple. Lu Chen spat out a mouthful of blood. He couldn't believe his eyes. Purple equipment. This guy dropped a purple equipment. Just by hearing the name, he didn't know what part of the equipment it was. But that wasn't important. What was important was that this was the first purple equipment in the entire server. Lu Chen couldn't even imagine how big of a commotion a purple equipment would cause when there was only one blue equipment in the whole server, Evan Hill's Guardian. Obtained Dark Metal Sword, Level 15 Blue. Obtained Tiger's Blood X2, Blue material. Obtained Tiger's Head X1, Purple material. Damn, I even got a purple material. Lu Chen looked at the item in his backpack. It was a tiger's head. What are these materials dropped in the Tiger King's cave for? I already have a backpack full of them. Since it was a purple material, Lu Chen couldn't just throw it to an NPC. He would keep it for now and go to the Celestial Mountain to take a look. Ding! Tiger King's cave clearance time, 0:38:44. Congratulations on breaking the best record in the Tiger King's cave. Your result will be recorded in the Tiger King's cave clearance leaderboard. Do you want to show your ID on the leaderboard? No. Lu Chen couldn't be bothered to look at these. He wanted to look at his new equipment first. Player chooses to remain anonymous. Huaxia server clearance leaderboard. First place, anonymous player, team leader, result, 0:38:44, reward, daily reward, Tiger Hemostasis, X1, second place, third place. Lu Chen chose to leave the good stuff for later. He first looked at the attributes of the pants he urgently needed. He displayed this pair of black pants. Night Pants, Level 15 Blue, contains the power of Blue Flame True Fire, Defense, Physical Defense 23, Spiritual Defense 8, Strength plus 29, Agility plus 32, Physique plus 38. Special effect, Blue Flame True Fire, activates this skill to continuously burn enemies within a 10-meter radius. Spiritual Force * 10, 80 points of damage per second. Requires continuous consumption of pure spiritual energy. Current consumption is 10 points of pure spiritual energy per second. It's about the same as the other two. The last skill is also not bad. The key is that this is a pair of pants. Lu Chen didn't say anything and put on the pants. At this point, he finally gathered the 3 pieces of the hidden boss set in the Tiger King's cave. After putting on the pants, Lu Chen was dressed in black. His entire temperament had changed completely. In particular, his whole body was emitting a faint blue light. He was cold, mysterious, and cool. Finally comfortable. Lu Chen let out a long sigh of relief. Come, there's more good stuff below. Purple equipment, Tiger Weep. As soon as he saw the equipment, Lu Chen sucked in a breath of air. It was a weapon. No, to be precise, it was 2 weapons. Of the 2 weapons, one was pure purple, and the other was pure black. The swords were slender and slightly wavy, and there was a fierce tiger carved on each sword. Not only were the 2 swords extremely beautiful, but they were also emitting a faint purple aura. Tiger Weep, Level 15 Purple Equipment, Left Hand, Tears of the King's Back, Weapon Type, Dual Sword, Attack, Physical Attack 37-43, Strength plus 28, Agility plus 34, Physique plus 32, Increase critical hit chance by 11%, increase critical hit damage by 80%, special effect, Fierce Tiger descends the mountain, turns the next 3 attacks into a combo. Combo can trigger all of the host's special effects. Combo damage is 80% of the attack power. 60-second cooldown. Tiger Weep, level 15 purple equipment, right hand, attack, physical attack 37 to 43, strength plus 28, agility plus 34, physique plus 32, increase critical hit chance by 11%, increase critical hit damage by 80%, special effect, Tiger Roar, converts the next 3 attacks into spiritual force attacks. 60-second cooldown. Lu Chen was a little confused. In the online games he played before, these dual swords actually only had 1 attribute. But in Jiutian, dual swords actually had 2 attributes. Can it be stacked? Lu Chen immediately switched to Tiger Weep. After Tiger Weep replaced the dark metallic sword, the weapon in Lu Chen's hand was no longer glowing blue. Instead, it was a purple weapon. 2 purple weapons lingered in his hands. Just looking at this effect, Lu Chen couldn't help but be tempted. Coincidentally, he had just reached level 16. Let's take a look at the character attributes together. Check the character attributes panel. Lu Chen checked his equipment in the cave. At this time, 40 minutes had passed since he entered the cave. The anxious crowd outside the cave couldn't help but look disappointed. Sigh, it's already been more than 40 minutes. Did you see the smug look on the Korean players' faces? They look like villains who have achieved something. The 2 guilds are taking turns to fight, and they still have the nerve to be arrogant. A player shook his head. Although the hope was slim, he was still a little unwilling. He walked to the entrance of the dungeon alone and touched the door with his hand. The moment the leaderboard appeared, he was completely shocked. He turned his head and stared at everyone behind him in horror. He couldn't say a word. Many of the onlooking players, and even the hundreds of millions of fans in Little Ming's live stream, were so anxious that they stomped their feet. What's going on? Why is he looking like that? Could it be that Nameless Bro is already? Impossible, he hasn't come out yet. Little Ming, go take a look. I'm so anxious. Little Ming hurriedly ran to the entrance of the dungeon and touched the door. A string of data appeared in front of the 240 million fans. Huaxia server clear leaderboard. First place, anonymous player, captain, result, 03844, reward, daily reward, tiger hemostasis, *1. Chapter 92. 38 minutes and 44 seconds. Nameless Bro has broken Golden Cauldron's record. The entire live broadcast room was boiling. I'm going to cry, Nameless Bro broke the record again. Nameless Bro is too domineering. Koreans, did you see that? This is what it means to be the strongest player. Oh my god, Nameless Bro single-handedly defeated 2 top guilds in Korea. Nameless Bro, good job. Thank you for helping us Huaxia regain our dignity. Koreans, does it feel good to be number 2? Annihilate Tang, do you know who's the real trash? Continue to be arrogant, Nameless Bro single-handedly defeated 2 of your teams. I love Nameless Bro, he didn't say anything, he just used his strength to slap faces, I admire him so much. Right, Nameless Bro has already cleared the dungeon, why hasn't he come out yet? Is this Nameless Bro? Enough said, my admiration for Nameless Bro is like the overflowing yellow river, it can't be stopped. Unlike the explosive popularity in Huaxia's live broadcast room, the atmosphere in Golden Cauldron's live broadcast room was strange. A group of Korean players who were previously arrogant were all seriously helping Golden Cauldron to summarize the results. When Golden Cauldron was fighting Black Tiger King, there was actually a small mistake. Although it didn't affect the result, it wasted a few precious seconds. Actually, it's normal, the first time he used 42 minutes to get a few pieces of equipment, it's normal for him to use less time. The key is how we can improve our results. Everyone, don't be depressed, let me do the math for you. 3 Saints went from 47 minutes and 44 seconds to 39 minutes and 3 seconds, an increase of 8 minutes and 41 seconds. Dirty Dogs went from 42 minutes to 38 minutes, they only improved by 4 minutes, isn't it obvious what this means? After the above post's analysis, it's true that Bro did his best, but we still have a lot of room for improvement. Actually, the key is that our guild is unlucky, that guy actually dropped a few pieces of blue equipment. I don't know how he cleared the dungeon alone. Maybe he thinks he's awesome, but that's his weakness. He has already obtained the strongest equipment in the Tiger King's cave, the Dark Iron Golden Sword. He has even obtained 2 pieces of blue equipment. This means that he has no room for improvement. However, we are different. We have 2 Dark Iron Golden Swords. In addition to the equipment obtained from the Golden Cauldron this time, we can increase the strength of the other members. Let me tell everyone a piece of good news. The 3 sages are already preparing to enter the Tiger King's cave for the second time. This time, they'll definitely make that filthy dog Hua Xia be too ashamed to speak again. In the outside world, the competition between Hua Xia and the Korean players was getting more and more intense. However, Lu Chen did not know what was happening outside. Nameless was checking his personal stats: rarity, 4-star perfection increase in 3 dimensions by 450%, Title 1, Tiger's Courage, Dragon's Might, basic health increased by 20%. Title 2, Yuyue Vanguard. Increase base strength by 10%. Title 3, Champion, basic physique increased by 10%. Title 4, Tiger Vanquisher. Increase base strength by 10%. Level 16, Upgrade Progress 8034/450000, Physical Strength, Strength 385, Basic 165 plus Equipment 187 plus Title 33, Agility 385, Basic 165 plus Equipment 220, Physique 362, Basic 165 plus Equipment 197, Spiritual Power 8, Attack Power, Physical Attack 508 to 524, Poison Attack 10, Defense Power, Physical Defense 215, Basic 83 plus Equipment 132, Health Points 9,220, Basic 4,400 plus Equipment 3,940 plus Title 880. Fuck, my stats now are too strong. I'm only level 16. Lu Chen scratched his head. Now, his stats were even more terrifying than the boss. His attack had reached 500, physical defense had reached 200, and his health points had increased by 9,000. His poison attack had increased along with his health points. The initial damage had reached 286. In addition, his critical hit had reached 45%, and his critical hit had reached 360%. I've also collected all the Tiger King equipment. It's perfect. After settling the equipment, Lu Chen finally exited the dungeon. Accompanied by a white light, Lu Chen arrived at the entrance of the dungeon. As soon as he arrived at the entrance of the dungeon, the thousands of people outside the cave burst into an earth-shattering cheer. Nameless Bro! Nameless Bro! Nameless Bro! Fuck, I'm so excited that I'm about to cry. Lu Chen was startled by this group of startled guys. Fuck, these people haven't left yet. What are they doing? They gave me a scare. Lu Chen was completely dumbfounded. At this time, the crowd suddenly burst into exclamations. Everyone, look, Nameless Bro is wearing pants. Wow, he's really wearing pants. It's also a blue equipment. Brother John Doe's outfit is too handsome. Lu Chen was speechless. Isn't it normal to wear pants? I was only wearing shorts before, but at least I was wearing them. Can this game still be played properly? A group of people stared at him while he was in the dungeon, and a group of people stared at him to see if he was wearing pants. Damn it, there were so many people around, how was he going to level up? No, looking at the situation now, he couldn't leave the Tiger King's cave. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to squeeze in. Lu Chen decided not to covet the half an hour of leveling time. He had to quickly clear the Tiger King's cave and get more equipment to sell. He found a corner to rest and cultivate his spiritual power. When the dungeon was reset, he would come back immediately. He couldn't let these people hinder him from earning money. Just as Lu Chen turned around, there was an uproar behind him. Fuck, look at the weapon on Nameless Bro's back. Impossible, impossible. That's impossible. How can a level 15 dungeon drop something like that? Oh my god. That can't be. Purple equipment, right? Lu Chen was carrying the purple equipment Tiger Sob on his back. Lu Chen frowned. He didn't expect there to be so many people at the entrance. Otherwise, he would have kept the equipment to prevent them from making a fuss. Nameless Bro. Nameless Bro. Can you show us the equipment? I beg you. Nameless Bro, please take a look at the equipment. Lu Chen had no choice. He knew that if he didn't show them the equipment, he wouldn't be able to cultivate his spiritual power. Lu Chen threw the equipment into the air, and the two weapons were automatically displayed in front of everyone. Don't bother me after you're done looking. I want to cultivate. Who would bother him at this time? Everyone's eyes were fixed on the set of dual swords. Tiger Sob, level 15 purple equipment, left hand, Tears of the King's Back, type of weapon, dual swords, attack, physical attack 37 to 43, strength plus 28, agility plus 34, physique plus 32, increase 11% critical hit chance, increase 80% critical hit damage, special effect, Tiger descends the mountain. The next 3 attacks will become a combo. The combo will trigger all of the host's special effects. The combo damage will be 80% of the attack. 60 seconds cooldown. Tiger Sob, level 15 purple equipment, right hand, attack, physical attack 37 to 43, strength plus 28, agility plus 34, physique plus 32, increase 11% critical hit chance, increase 80% critical hit damage, special effect, Tiger Roar. The next 3 attacks will all be spiritual power attacks. 60 seconds cooldown. Fuck, it's really a purple equipment. The first purple equipment in the entire server. Fuck, these attributes, I'm kneeling. Are the attributes of the dual sword stacked? Definitely stacked. Didn't you see that the 2 swords have 2 different special effects skills? Fuck, that's 74 to 86 attack, 56 strength, 68 agility, 64 physique, plus 22 critical hit damage and 160 critical hit damage. What's more, it has 2 special effects. Divine equipment, the number 1 divine equipment in the entire server. Tears of the King's Back. This sentence seems to be tailor-made for Nameless Bro. We only know to be jealous of Nameless Bro's equipment, but have you forgotten who single-handedly defended the dignity of Huaxia players? Wait, Nameless Bro hasn't left, he hasn't left. Could it be that he's going to challenge the Tiger King's cave again? That's right, Daehan must still be thinking of ways to improve the results. Nameless Bro must know this. He's already so tired, but for the dignity of Huaxia players, he's going to fight to the death with the triple sacred golden cauldron. Fuck, I'm really going to be moved to tears by this man. Lu Chen kept shaking his head. What were these people talking about? Fight to the death with who? He had no idea what they were talking about. Who wouldn't want to farm a dungeon? Chapter 93. The appearance of Tiger Weep caused the popularity of Little Ming's livestream to soar again. Tiger Sob was worthy of its status as a purple equipment. With its powerful attributes that could be called abnormal, it made countless people jealous. Who would have thought that the first purple equipment in the entire server was not from Mad God, but from Brother Nameless? This was not surprising. After all, Mad God did not go to the Tiger King's cave. This purple equipment should be given to someone as responsible as Nameless. However, this was not good news for the Korean players. That guy dropped purple equipment. What kind of luck does that guy have? He dropped 3 blue equipment on his first try, and a purple equipment on his second try? If we, the three holy golden cauldron, had such luck, we would have killed him long ago. Don't be afraid, we'll get it after a few more tries. When the time comes, we'll make those dirty dogs despair. Shut up, Koreans. You can say anything you want. Do you need me to tell you who's number one now? The quality of Hwasea's players is really low. Don't worry, the competition has just begun. Don't think you can be arrogant just because you have purple equipment. At this point, Nameless results were not too far away from the two big Korean guilds. Now, everyone was looking forward to the competition. If the competition between Nameless and Three Holy Golden Cauldron was only noticed by some people, then now, Hwasea, Korea, and even the Japanese players who were involved from time to time were all focused on this competition. It seemed that the competition in the Tiger King's cave had become the battlefield of the two countries' radical players. Taking advantage of the time when Lu Chen's dungeon was reset, Three Holy Golden Cauldron took the lead and entered the Tiger King's cave for the second time. 36 minutes and 22 seconds, Three Holy Golden Cauldron set a new record. Nameless entered the dungeon as soon as it was reset. His fearless spirit and strong fighting spirit ignited the passion in the hearts of Hwasea's players. Nameless is so fierce. He's not afraid at all. One word, fight. Go, Nameless. Lu Chen finally entered the dungeon. Outside, he was stared at by thousands of people. Some of them even had a live stream sign on their avatars, which meant that there were still people streaming. Those streamers did not do anything else but stare at him. It was a rather uncomfortable feeling. It was better to be in an instant's dungeon. Forget it. Maybe it's because I was the first one to clear the Tiger King's cave and got the purple equipment. That's why I want to see them all. Lu Chen guessed. That's good too. Just treat it as an advertisement. When we sell the equipment later, the price will be higher with more people bidding for it. Lu Chen didn't want to think too much about it. What other people did had nothing to do with him. In any case, he was going to grind the Tiger King's cave today. At least earn the money to buy the house and the furniture. Lu Chen had already thought about it carefully when he was cultivating his spiritual energy outside. If he wanted to lure out the blazing tiger, he would have to clear the dungeon within 15 minutes. This wasn't too difficult for him, but he couldn't help but wonder if there were any other hidden bosses behind the blazing tiger. If so, how long would it take to clear the level? Although Lu Chen didn't have much hope, since the blazing tiger had already dropped a purple equipment, he still wanted to give it a try. While he was outside, Lu Chen had replanned his route to lure the monsters. He removed all unnecessary routes to shorten the time as much as possible. Lu Chen also thought of asking the 7 heads and the 3 idiots to help. Their attributes were pretty good. If they had 2 pieces of equipment, their survivability would be better than most players. However, Lu Chen gave up in the end. He had to lure 40 elites and a boss behind him. It seemed like he was the only one who could do this. No one else could replace him. Moreover, his agility was much higher than the 7 heads and the 3 idiots. His movement speed and stamina could keep up. That was why he could lure the monsters together. Let's try to do it within 10 minutes. If it doesn't work this time, I'll go recruit a few more subordinates, Lu Chen said. 7 heads, 3 idiots, I'll do it the same way. I'll try to be faster this time. After saying that, Lu Chen ran along his new route, luring the monsters along the way. This time, when he was luring the monsters, Lu Chen used a skill from his equipment, Night Pants. As long as he was within 5 meters of the monsters, they would be burned by the true blue flames. Naturally, he would attract aggro. With the increase in agility, movement speed, optimization of the route, and the use of true blue flames, Lu Chen's luring speed was much faster than before. In 6 minutes and 18 seconds, Lu Chen had completed luring the monsters in the entire dungeon. According to the previous routine, the 7 heads and the 3 idiots were already hiding in a corner. Lu Chen quickly filled in. Beat them up. Lu Chen's attack had increased greatly. After the 7 heads had leveled up to level 16, his attack had increased slightly. This wave of clearing monsters was much faster than before. In 9 minutes and 43 seconds, Lu Chen had cleared the Tiger King's cave dungeon. Next were the 3 hidden bosses. Lu Chen quickly cleared them. This time, True Fire Splitter Tiger dropped another Tiger Weep. Lu Chen happily put it away. Is there any more? Let's see if there's another boss. After waiting for a while, the next boss still did not appear. Instead, the system's notification came. Ding! Tiger King's cave dungeon cleared in 0:31:52. Congratulations on breaking the record for the Tiger King's cave dungeon. Player chose to remain anonymous. Huaxia's server clear leaderboard. First place, anonymous player, team leader. Result, 0:31:52. Reward, daily reward, Tiger Hemostasis *1, looks like there are no more hidden bosses. Lu Chen was slightly disappointed, but he immediately shook his head in self-mockery. I was too greedy. This trip dropped 23 pieces of green equipment, 11 pieces of blue equipment, 1 piece of Tiger Weep, a pile of materials, and 280,000 experience. That's enough. The Korean MMORPG hurriedly went to the official website of 3 Sages. I just watched Huaxia's livestream. That guy cleared the dungeon in 31 minutes. 31 minutes? Impossible. 3 Sages just set a record of 36 minutes. That's already the perfect plan. How could he clear the dungeon in 31 minutes? How did he do it? Everyone, don't worry. Jin Ding has already contacted the 9-Star Guild and the General Guild. They are now planning to join forces. The 4 major guilds will send out their strongest players to snatch the first place back from that guy. This time, Jin Ding was not in a hurry to clear the dungeon. Instead, he waited for the other 2 major guilds to gather. They waited for a long time. Nameless Bro seemed to have entered the Tiger King's cave again. However, they were not in a hurry. This time, they were going to make a big move. The 4 major guilds would choose 5 of their strongest players to form a super strong team known as Korea's First Team. Korea's strongest first team would not be afraid of a mere nameless bro. Hard work paid off. Soon, good news came. Nameless Bro exited the dungeon in less than 10 minutes. Without a doubt, it was impossible to clear the Tiger King's cave in such a short time. He must have failed this time. After equipping themselves with new equipment, the group stood in front of the Tiger King's cave. Stimulated by the good news, 3 Sages' Razor was full of excitement. He said to everyone, that guy is dead. Humph, this means that he has reached his limit. Everyone, pay attention. This is a battle that concerns the honor and dignity of Korea's players. We must make Huaxia's dirty dogs shut their mouths. We must let them know who's the strong one. Our Korea is known as the Taiji Tiger. The record of the Tiger King's cave must belong to our Korea. At this time, please put aside the conflicts between the sections. Let Huaxia never raise their heads in front of us. Okay. Nameless Bro was like a lamp that had run out of oil. The strongest players of Korea formed the strongest first team. This time, the battle for the dungeon between the 2 countries was about to come to an end. The scales of victory were completely tilted towards the Korean players. Chapter 94. Razor's motivational speech instantly aroused the dissatisfaction of Huaxia's players. This guy was insulting Huaxia's players just like how he destroyed Tang Dynasty. Nameless Bro didn't say a word. Look at these guys, calling him a dirty dog. They even said we would be arrogant. Who was the one who insulted me? Gong Tian first. The 4 major guilds teaming up. How shameless. At this moment, a video from a certain livestream suddenly exploded among Huaxia's players like a bomb. In the video, a handsome man in a tight suit walked out of the Tiger King's cave. However, looking at his appearance, he seemed unusually depressed. Damn, this is such a failure. A mistake, a mistake. Nameless Bro shook his head and blamed himself. I'm going to die from my own stupidity. I checked my equipment and said, quit, and now I'm out of the dungeon. The most valuable items are at the back. Oh my, internal injuries, internal injuries. This means this trip was for nothing. Damn. Ah. I'm so depressed. As soon as he came out, Nameless Bro sat alone on a tree stump and kept blaming himself. That kind of regret of not being able to complete the mission was heart-wrenching. Because the video was taken from the live stream, the players' comments were also displayed. Nameless Bro, don't blame yourself. You've done your best. Yeah, Nameless Bro, we all know that you've really worked hard. No matter the result, you've already won my respect. Nameless Bro, I've never admired anyone in the game, but you're definitely one. If you're blaming yourself, we don't know what to do. Cheer up. In the video, the streamer walked to the dungeon entrance and placed one hand on the dungeon entrance. Then, a picture appeared. Huaxia's server clearance leaderboard. First place, anonymous player, captain, result, 009, 32, reward, daily reward, tiger hemostasis, *1, the live stream suddenly fell silent. Finally, someone couldn't stand the silence and asked a question. This result, is it the clearance result? This question stayed on the screen for a long time, and no one could answer. Since it was recorded by the system on the leaderboard, it was obvious that this result was the result of clearing the dungeon. It was common knowledge that the system would not display the result of a failed mission. But this result was simply impossible. This was common sense. At this moment, two pieces of common sense clashed. When the video was uploaded to the official website of Three Sages, the Impassioned Razor, the confident Golden Cauldron Miatang, and the other members of Team 1 saw it, they felt as if they had been electrocuted. For a long time, no one said a word. No. Impossible. This result is impossible. With my 20 years of gaming experience, I can conclude that this result is impossible. However, this was not a screenshot. Screenshots could be photoshopped. This was a video. Of course, the video could also be photoshopped. However, one after another, large pictures and short videos were fiercely posted by Huaxia's players in the comments section. The detailed filming process from various angles was telling them time and time again that this was the fastest time to clear the Tiger King's cave in Huaxia. With a thud, Third Saint Razor fell to his knees. This result had already exceeded the scope of his ability. No, to be precise, it had exceeded the scope of his understanding. No matter what, it's impossible. Impossible, impossible. Golden Cauldron Miatang took a few steps back and leaned against a tree. 9 minutes, 9 minutes. This is simply not something a human can do. How did he do it? His previous results. Could it be? Three Sages and Golden Cauldron had entered the dungeon for 45 minutes several times. They actually knew that there was a hidden boss in the dungeon. However, the competition now was a battle of honor and dignity. Naturally, they had neglected the hidden boss. They had always thought that Brother Nameless would definitely not care about the hidden boss at this time. However, from Brother Nameless results this time, and then thinking about the terrifying set of equipment that Brother Nameless had. Now, it seemed that Nameless' previous results were very likely the results after killing the hidden boss. It was fine when they did not know, but now that they knew, Golden Cauldron Miatang suddenly felt that the world was spinning. He had killed the hidden boss and cleared the dungeon faster than them. What did this mean? Nameless' last result was enough to explain everything. The ones who were hurt the most were actually the players from Huaxia. Previously, when they saw how Nameless blamed himself, they blamed himself even more than Nameless. Nameless fought so hard for the honor of the players from Huaxia, but he blamed himself because of a misperformance. This made the other players feel bad. However, this guy said, it was a mistake, it was a mistake. In the end, he indiscriminately slapped everyone in the face. Wait, just now, Brother Nameless said. He made a mistake. Fuck, I really kneeled to Nameless. This is called a mistake. please make a mistake. Big brother, I felt sorry for you for a long time just now. Now I realize that I'm an idiot. How the hell did you make a mistake in clearing the dungeon in 10 minutes? How did Brother Nameless do it in 10 minutes? Can anyone give an answer? Lu Chen was speechless at his own brainless actions. When he looked up, he realized that a group of people in front of him was staring at him. What were these people doing instead of leveling up? Why aren't you leaving? I've already cleared the dungeon 4 times, and you've only seen it 3 times. Are you out of your mind? I'll do it after a break and sell my equipment. Lu Chen stood up and prepared to leave this troublesome place. The dungeon leveled up too quickly, and he enjoyed the experience alone. One trip was worth 200,000 experience. After clearing the dungeon 4 times, he was now level 17. Once Lu Chen reached level 18, the experience and drop rate of the monsters in the dungeon would decrease. At that time, he would only be able to farm the boss, so he was not in a hurry to clear the dungeon. Moreover, Lu Chen was tired. Money was money, but his life was obviously more important. Lu Chen had just stood up when the players opposite him suddenly cheered loudly. Nameless Bro is mighty. Nameless Bro is domineering. Nameless Bro is invincible. Nameless Bro, does your guild still need more people? I want to follow you. Nameless Bro, you're so handsome, I love you. A few girls screamed at a decibel that was almost beyond the human ear. I'm just clearing a dungeon myself, why are they so excited? Damn, these people are crazy. Lu Chen felt a chill in his heart and quickly ran away. Fortunately, Lu Chen's movement speed was fast, so he escaped the encirclement of the players. After finally finding a place without people, Lu Chen hurriedly returned to his territory. This trip is quite fruitful. Lu Chen looked at the various equipment and materials in his backpack with satisfaction. 1 tiger weep, 15 blue equipment, more than 50 green equipment, and so many white equipment that Lu Chen could only put them in 7 heads and 3 idiots' backpack. I wonder how much money I can earn. Speaking of which, I haven't earned much for a few days. I should quickly earn the money for the house. 3 Sages, Golden Cauldron's official website had been attacked by Huaxia players. The comments section was filled with screenshots. 9 minutes and 32 seconds, like a red flag, stood tall together with the words, Anonymous Player. I heard that you want to teach Huaxia players how to clear the Tiger King's cave. We humbly ask for guidance, how do we fight? Hey, why did you stop the broadcast, where are Korea's strongest players? They are not even challenging anymore. Please give them some pressure. I must say that Korea's games are indeed the #1 in the world. Speaking of which, when will you guys be able to break Nameless Bro's performance? I'm looking forward to it. Where are Korea's players? Didn't you call them trash and teach them how to be a person? Come, please teach us how to be a person. Korea's players all secretly logged out of the website. Half an hour later, 3 Sages and Golden Cauldron's official website showed that website is under maintenance. Chapter 95. The news of Nameless clearing the Tiger King's cave in 9 minutes and 33 seconds had caused a huge commotion in the entire Asia server. In China, Nameless' fame instantly killed Mad God. The words Nameless appeared more frequently in the comments section of the official website. Many players even imitated Nameless and hid their ID in the game. Lu Chen also saw many people talking about him in the trading post. However, he didn't have time to care about this problem. He would sell the equipment first and then see what was going on. Now that Lu Chen had his own guild, he used the guild's name to sell the items. Since he was the guild leader, the items were bound to his bank account and the income was also with him. The higher the level, the more high-quality equipment there would be. Therefore, the less rare white equipment would be. Although the level of the equipment was high, the price wouldn't increase exponentially like the level. Lu Chen understood this principle and started to put the equipment up for sale. The attributes of the white equipment were average. However, the combat boots were new and had never been dropped before. The tiger skin leg guards had better attributes than the poison mist leg guards. The white tiger skin felt hat had higher defense than the exquisite spider silk helmet, but it didn't add any attributes, so the price might be lower. Let's make it 580 for 38 pieces of boots, 500 for 24 pieces of leggings, 380 for 37 pieces of felt hats. Lu Chen carefully checked the prices he filled in and put them into the trading area after confirming them. I can make the green equipment more expensive. Many guilds want to clear the Tiger King's cave, so these equipment are indispensable. 30 exquisite tiger skin combat boots, each for 2,500. 24 exquisite tiger skin felt hat, also for 2,500. Anyway, it doesn't make much of a difference to the rich. Lu Chen checked his equipment again and again. These were all shining silver, so he couldn't make a mistake. After the white and green equipment were done, it was time to sell the main items. When it came to setting the price, Lu Chen was in a bit of a dilemma. The black gold ghost iron sword and the Tiger King's defensive equipment were all very strong. If players could use them now, they could sell them for tens of thousands. However, the problem was that these equipment were all level 15. Players could only use them when they were level 15. If players wanted to buy these equipment, they had to consider whether these equipment would be worth the price when they were level 15. The drop rate of the Serene Gold Sword was pretty good. There was a high chance that one would drop from a normal instance dungeon, so players might not feel the need to buy it. As for the Tiger King 3-piece set, it was even more awkward. The players probably did not know who dropped these pieces of equipment. If they thought that they were dropped from the normal instance dungeon of the Tiger King's cave, then they would definitely think that the price would not be too high. After thinking about it, Lu Chen felt a little uncertain about the price, so he simply put away the blue and purple equipment. The price will be doubled tomorrow. When the players level up, we'll let them experience the Tiger King's cave first. Who knows, we might be able to sell it at a higher price. Making money had always been Lu Chen's primary goal. When it came to things like pricing, he put more thought into it than playing games. Lu Chen was already very tired today. Coupled with the fact that there were still a bunch of players at the entrance of the cave, he decided to rest for a while. After logging into the forum, Lu Chen checked a few of the top posts and finally figured out the ins and outs of the matter. No wonder so many people were watching me clear the instance dungeon. Lu Chen shook his head. His new identity seemed to have been pushed to the forefront of the storm again. However, the matter had already passed, so Lu Chen did not pay attention to it anymore. He still had one more thing on his mind. In the Tiger King's cave, what he obtained the most was not equipment, but a large pile of materials. Every monster dropped a few materials, and even the instance dungeon reward was the blue material, blood of the tiger. This meant that this item should be of some use. After entering tiger skin in the search box, Lu Chen realized that there were already many posts discussing it. Begging to know where to get tiger skin. I asked my friends to help me kill a few striped tiger demons, but none of them dropped. Okay, the striped tiger demons not only drop tiger skin, but also tiger teeth, tiger bones, tiger gallbladder, and tiger claws. However, the drop rate is very low. I just want to know where the blood of the tiger and the head of the tiger drop. It should be from the boss, but I don't know where to get it. Tiger demons drop materials? Damn, I fought a few of them. They were level 18, and my party was almost wiped out. I wasted a lot of potions, but none of them dropped. It's normal. Tiger demons have combo attacks, high levels, and are especially hard to fight. Many professions need these materials, such as tailors, refiners, spiritualists, and so on. The most disgusting thing is that there are so many people above level 10 now, but have you seen a pharmacist? Have you seen a spiritualist, a puppeteer, and a babysitter? Have you seen a martial artist? Have you seen a sword spirit? Have you seen a sword spirit? I'm too lazy to talk about other things. Anyway, there's only one reason: lack of these mediums, lack of these materials. That's true. Up until now, apart from the Talisman Formation Master, even the guild leader has not collected enough materials. Let's level up first. Starting from level 1, to poison fog forest, haven't you realized? Jiutian is actually not hardcore at all. This is a fucking hardcore game. It specializes in dealing with stubborn people. Lu Chen frowned slightly. It turned out that these materials were so useful that many professions needed them. With Jiutian's lousy nature, the drop rate of normal monsters in the wild was negligible. No wonder so many players reached level 10, but only a few actually changed professions. Then can't I sell them for money? Lu Chen was suddenly energized. He searched for purchasing materials, and a bunch of posts immediately popped up. Purchasing tiger skin, tiger bone, tiger gallbladder, tiger claws, tiger teeth, 100 renminbi each. Also purchasing tiger blood and tiger head at a high price. Price negotiable. Guild purchasing tiger demon materials without limit. Canad PP 8648798801. Purchasing all kinds of tiger demon materials for 150 renminbi. If there are any, you can send a private message to pages. Purchasing profession materials at the highest price on the entire net. 200 renminbi each. Tiger blood and tiger head negotiable. This post is valid long-term. There are actually people who want 200 renminbi each. This price greatly exceeded Lu Chen's expectations. One had to know that this was only the purchase price. Generally speaking, the purchase price was lower than the actual price, especially when purchasing in bulk. Fuck, so the most valuable thing was this thing. Lu Chen hurriedly went to the trading platform to search for past transactions. Tiger bone, transaction price, 290 renminbi, quantity, 1, tiger skin, transaction price, 300 renminbi, quantity, 1, tiger claw, transaction price, 320 renminbi, quantity, 1. There were quite a lot of transaction records. After all, some players felt that they couldn't gather enough materials, so they might as well sell them and exchange them for equipment. The average transaction price was between 270 and 320 renminbi. Moreover, as long as someone put out an item, it would be instantly sold. Lu Chen looked at the more than 1,000 materials in his backpack and trembled. Now the players should know where to farm for materials. I wonder if I can still sell them at this price. Lu Chen first took out 10 animal skins and placed them on the trading platform. He set the price as a middle price of 300 renminbi. As soon as the item was placed, it was instantly sold. Lu Chen widened his eyes. As expected, the market still needed a large amount of materials. If that's the case, then this old man won't hold back. Lu Chen said excitedly. Subsequently, all 1,209 white materials were placed on the net. 10 in a group, each priced at 300 renminbi. In an instant, the number of Lu Chen's emails began to increase crazily. Tiger Tooth X10 consigned by Frenzy Wave has been successfully sold. After deducting 5% handling fee, 2,700 renminbi has been transferred to your bank card. Tiger Skin X10 consigned by Frenzy Wave has been successfully sold. After deducting 5% handling fee, 2,700 renminbi has been transferred to your bank card. Exquisite Tiger Fur Felt Hat consigned by Frenzy Wave has been successfully sold. After deducting 5% handling fee, 2,250 renminbi has been transferred to your bank card. The incoming messages flooded the screen. Chapter 96. In the past, Lu Chen didn't even feel as good as selling a floral dress for 100,000 yuan. The income was flooding the screen. Thousands and thousands, it was like money was falling from the sky. In just 10 minutes, all the items Lu Chen had consigned were sold out. Connect to my phone and check my messages. During the guild transaction, Lu Chen bound another bank card. At this time, the balance on this card had changed from 102 to 518511. 02, 518,000. Damn! Lu Chen couldn't recover for a long time. If he added the 600,000 on his Agricultural Bank of China card, he had more than 1 million in savings. Most importantly, he had earned more than 500,000 in half a day. Damn, I've earned a lot. Lu Chen said excitedly. Oh, by the way, there are still 17 tigers' blood and 2 tigers' head. These can be put in the auction house. There's no rush to sell them now. We'll sell them after they attract attention on the trading platform. In front of such a huge income, Lu Chen didn't need to rest. He quickly returned to the game and continued farming the Tiger King's cave. The 7 beasts were around the territory, helping the 3 idiots level up. The 7 beasts were already level 17, while the 3 idiots were only level 15. They needed to level up. The 10 beasts were chasing each other around the territory. Anyway, it was still safe in the territory. Looking at these little dregs with 1 combat power having fun, Lu Chen smiled from the bottom of his heart. He grabbed Xiao Bai and touched the little guy's fluffy head. I almost forgot that you can grow into a fire qilin in the future. Little White was obediently in Lu Chen's hand. He rubbed his little head against Lu Chen's hand, and from time to time, he would let out a childish cry. Speaking of which, I wanted to bring you guys to level up, but let's fill up the Tiger King's cave first. Otherwise, the price of the materials will drop when others start farming the Tiger King's cave. The price of the materials was indeed high, but Lu Chen also knew that it was high because others couldn't farm the Tiger King's cave. It was a pity that he was already level 17. He would be level 18 after farming 2 more times. At that time, the monsters might not drop any materials. When the little ones saw Lu Chen return, they all ran to his feet. Lu Chen smiled and squatted down. You're so clingy. Then I'll bring you along. Before the last word, go, was said, Lu Chen suddenly froze. He suddenly thought of a problem. Although the 10 beasts had yet to reach the next stage, they could still level up to level 10. This was a huge amount of EXP for him. Lu Chen would definitely prioritize his own leveling speed and would not share his EXP with them. Since the 10 beasts were born with extremely high aggro value, they would automatically attract the attacks of wild monsters. So, Lu Chen's initial plan was to personally level them up a few levels. After all, the experience at the beginning was very little. Then, after their attributes increased a little, he would let 7 heads take them to a safe place to level up. But that would take a long time. But it was different now. There were benefits to Lu Chen suppressing his level. If he could farm the Tiger King's cave a few more times, he would be able to earn at least a few 100,000 yuan. From level 1 to level 10, he needed 200,000 EXP, 10 little beasts would be 2 million EXP. Just the 10 of them would be able to help Lu Chen get 2 million EXP. 8 trips to the Tiger King's cave. There were also the 3 idiots. They were only around level 15 and needed 750,000 EXP to level up to level 17. 3 of them would be 2,250,000 EXP. Another 8 trips. Lu Chen instantly lost his composure. This was all money. Fuck, I'm really a blockhead. 7 heads, come back, don't bring the 3 idiots to level up. Stop, stop. Lu Chen looked at his EXP, level 17, upgrade progress, 58034/500000. He first distributed the extra 58,000 EXP to Big Head. Then, he hurriedly recalled his underlings and rushed to the Tiger King's cave. Seeing that Nameless had been gone for a long time and that the competition between Huaxia and Daihan had ended, the spectators in the Tiger King's cave finally went back to what they were supposed to do. Lu Chen immediately entered the Tiger King's cave. 7 heads, 3 idiots, same old routine, kill them. 6.5 minutes later, Lu Chen pulled all the monsters into the Phantom Gold Blade Tiger's room and cleared the monsters in the corner with his underlings. Killed Robust Scarlet Striped Tiger, level 15 elite. Captured 2,712 spiritual energy. Obtained Stage 3 Talent Fragment. Obtained 2 3-star quality points. Ding, obtained item Tiger Tooth *2, killed a strong scarlet-eyed striped tiger, level 15 elite. Obtain 2,712 points of heaven and earth spiritual energy. Obtain 2 rank 3 talent fragments. Ding, obtained item Tiger Skin *2. In the past, Lu Chen did not feel anything when he saw these materials. Now, he was more excited when he saw materials than equipment. In his mind, he directly converted these materials into RMB. 600 EXP. Wow, this one dropped 3 materials. Awesome, 900 EXP. Killed exceptionally robust Scarlet Striped Tiger, level 16 elite. Captured 3,540 spiritual energy. Obtained 2 stage 4 talent fragment. Obtained 2 stage 4 quality points. Ding, obtained item Exquisite Tiger Skin Boots, green. Obtained Tiger Skin *1, Tiger Tooth *2, Tiger Gallbladder *1, Tiger Claw *2, damn, 6 of them, 1,800. Lu Chen suddenly had an illusion. Others were farming for equipment, experience, and copper coins in dungeons, but he was farming RMB. 600 EXP per monster. Damn, I really love the Tiger King's cave. Lu Chen's determination to level up had been corroded by money. At the same time, the official forum was once again in an uproar due to the large trading of materials in the trading area. Damn, which area is Mad Waves in? So many materials. I counted, 121 sets, more than 1,200 materials. Are you stupid? You don't even know that Mad Waves is nameless skilled. Only the Tiger King's cave would drop so many materials. Damn, I'm too late. If I can get the materials and become a pharmacist, the pressure in dungeons would be much less. Regardless of the usefulness of a pharmacist, the reason why the party can't level up quickly is because there is no division of labor. Everyone's strength is completely dependent on the difference in equipment level. Everyone is a tank, but actually, no one is a tank. It all depends on the skill and awareness. Damn, I didn't get it. We are in urgent need of these materials to enter the entry level of class advancement. Who isn't? In the past, Solipsistic would inform us. Nameless didn't tell us in advance and just gave us the materials. We didn't make it in time. 121 sets. I'm vomiting blood. I don't know if Nameless will give us the materials. He is the only one in the entire server who can clear the Tiger King's cave. If he can sell more materials, we can make up for the difference in level between us and the foreign servers. I'm not trying to discourage you, but even if Nameless did, you wouldn't be able to buy it. Who knows how many professional parties are watching the trading area for 24 hours a day. A true class advancement player was too important to a party. It was no exaggeration to say that if a party with a reasonable class combination could be assembled, even if their equipment was a little worse and their level was a little lower, their combat power would not lose to the Sage's pioneering party. At this moment, a player typed a sentence. The trading area is about to welcome a bloody storm.